Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bums. Oh, what's going on? Welcome everybody back to another sterner stuff. We're kicking off the weekend. That's right, the week is finally over. Finally. It's been a long week, even though it went by pretty fast. But it's been a pretty busy week, which is probably why it went by so fast. So hopefully you guys had a good week, you know. If you didn't, well, it's over now. It can't hurt you anymore. All right, so we're going to do what we do every Friday night, and we're going to kick it off right, kick off the weekend right, with hanging back with the bacon ears, the bim bams, the flum bums, you know, having a few laughs. We're going to be A-logging some cartoons. We're going to be wrangling some waifus, and otherwise just chilling. Just chilling, you know, we're having a good time here. Oh, is she going to pass the stealth test?
Birthday cake detected. Happy birthday to Baconeer Damatios and Mr. Two Scoops himself, Master Godai.
That's right. It's a special birthday edition. We have two birthdays, man. Two Baconeer birthdays today. Damados, Killer Damados, and Master Godai, a.k.a. Mr. Two Scoops himself, one of the official artists of the Orbital Station, both celebrating a birthday today. So be sure to give a big shout out to Damados in the chat and Master Godai. I'm pretty sure Damados is already in the chat. Hopefully we'll see Master Godai in here at some point tonight. He might be out celebrating his birthday, though. So I don't blame him for that. But you know, yeah, two Baconeer birthdays, big Baconeer birthdays, all right? Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I think it's going to be a good show. We got a lot to get into tonight. All the usual segments are here. We've got the Saturday morning preview. We've got the news and the updates for you. A couple of bits here, a couple of bits of news, some good stuff. And then, of course, everybody's favorite segment of the week. We got the waifu roundup at the end of the show. If you want to fuel up the perpetual waifu machine and keep those pinups flowing there, then you can send in a super chat. Link is pinned in the comments there. And it, like the name implies, it all goes right back into getting those artists to provide us with more awesome art, all right? So, and unlike a certain other channel that I'm not going to name, we actually commission the art. We actually pay for it, the art that we use on here. We don't just take it from them, all right? So, yeah, we're going to get into all that tonight, guys. It's going to be a good show. Some interesting stuff, actually, in both the news and updates and the Saturday morning preview, because now that we have surpassed 100 volumes, volume 100 was last week, and we have now surpassed 100 volumes, and you're going to see some new stuff, okay? You're going to see a lot of new stuff, all right? We're going to do some pretty cool things. I think you're going to enjoy it. Hopefully you will. I don't know. Some of the stuff is well before my time, but you know what? It's still pretty good. Definitely cheesy, definitely janky. We've got new shows, which means new waifus, which means new wrangling techniques, okay? We're going to have all sorts of cool stuff to get into tonight, guys. So hopefully you're doing well. Had a good week so far. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat, as well as some new faces as well. Hopefully those new faces will stick around and become familiar faces. But let me go ahead and say hello to those of you that are here. We got a good crowd already.
Happy birthday, Master Godai. May your waifus be jiggly, but firm in all the right places.
That's right. We need an even distribution there. We got to have that even distribution there. Thank you, Reverb 154. Getting on board the BOOGA train. And if I forgot to mention, Yuri once again failed the stealth check. I don't think she's ever going to make it. But you know what? Bless her heart for trying, okay? Bless her little heart for trying to always pass that stealth check. She's never able to do it. But yeah, we got a good crowd already, about 100 people. That's a good start. Let me say hello to the people in the chat. You guys already know what to do. Put that bacon in the sky. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Look at all that bacon flying up into orbit there, sending it right on up into space. Let's go. I see Ranma Chaos Hail is in the chat. Duo Maxwell. We got Nerdic Warrior. Vampy or Vampix, or as I like to call her, Waifu Waffen. There's a Waifu Waffen right there. Okay, my IRL waifu. She looks like Baroness, guys, okay? Just so you know. Jackpot. All right, so Philip Fabian is in here. We got a visit from the Gyat Fairy from Baiting and Rambling. Keep throwing that bacon up in the sky.
From the stream title, are we to assume that some waifu crashed a time machine?
Oh, they're crashing everything. You know, if it's any sort of vehicle, doesn't even have to be motorized. Any mode of transportation, really. I don't even think vehicles, you know, maybe it's just a dragon that she's riding on. It could just be any mode of transportation.
Happy Friday, Baconeers. Happy birthday to Master Godai. Let's get this party going strong.
Yeah, let's get it started strong here. Keep putting that bacon up there. Let's see who else we got in here. Philip Fabian. We got Alvaro Mendez. We got Kenzo's Creations. Nocturna is mine, buddy. Tomatoes, Killer Tomatoes, one of the birthday boys. Let's go. We got Cool Spot 89. Saint Adam, hail. We got Tim J in here. We got Prince of the Abyss. Taverns Pull, hail. We got Kakarot. We got Geek Goblin, Beer Drinking Dwarf. We got Cyber Changeling. Lynch 85, what's going on, brother? We got Wolfpack Gaming JD, No Name OVA, even though he changed it to just be No Name forwards and backwards, but I don't know, that seems like a mouthful. Landos, Bloodwork with 10 big Bison Bucks.
Happy birthday, Master Godai.
Oh man, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Cause he's like, you may think like, what? Well, you're giving super chats, but it's his birthday. Well, like I said, they're all gonna basically go back to him or Master Krakken. But yeah, he's gonna get a good birthday haul from the super chats for sure. So thank you guys for that. Let's see, we got Lando's 5000. We got Michael Russum. What's going on, brother? We got Inzeru in here. Dakota Graziani. We got Alchemy. We got, let's see, Blade 2.0.
I finally get a few days off, but when
We
I
got
come
too
back,
much cake.
this happens.
Too much cake is what we got.
Great, Shibaxa, you liar.
Happy birthday, Dharma. Never too much cake on your B-day.
That's right. Yeah, it's the one day of the year where there's no such thing. That's right. Or maybe it's 365. Maybe it's every day of the year. There's no such thing. I don't know. You decide. So let's see who else we got here. We got Zentron. We got Richard Hooper. Rob TV. Crossfire. You'll get caught up in the crossfire. Look at all those blue wrenches, man. Those are channel members over on Coffee. Help keeping the station in orbit over there. Thank you so much. Let's see who else we got in here. Robert Chisholm. We've got, did I say Inzeru? If not, hey, Inzeru, what's going on? We got Giselle, if I'm pronouncing that right. Just so you know, I always pronounce at least one person's name wrong every stream. It's not even on purpose, but it's an unintentional running gag. I can't control it. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right though. Let's see, we got Ronald Neal in here. What's up, buddy? We got Zahira Smith. Howdy. Let's see. We got Bloodwork. Everybody run for crying in the mud, Bobby. It's Bloodwork. We got RB. What's going on, brother? Warwicked is in here, and I think I owe you a wrench, actually. You re-signed up recently on Coffee. Speaking of those blue wrenches, think fast. I'm tossing this one right at your head.
I finally get a few days off, but when I come back, this happens.
Oh, and think fast. There's too much cake coming in.
Great, Shibaxa, you liar.
That's a turd cutter made for baby oil.
Oh, come on now. Keep it classy. Thank you, though, Bloodwork. Let's see who else we got in here. 10 big Bison Bucks from RB.
This could have gone to the casino, but PPP's dying evades tonight. Suffer bish.
Suffer? Oh, shit. I'm taking all the super chats. What you gonna do about that, bish? Suffer. I'm taking the support. I can't do the Ethan Ralph voice like PPP does, man. He's too good at that. Thank you, though. Thank you. Let's see who else is in here. We got Sean Weitzel. We got Commies Are Not People. We got Minty. We've got I think I said Geek Goblin. I don't know. Let me make sure. I got to scroll down a bit here. Look at Vampy, the waifu waffins putting lotion emojis. What's going on there? Let's see. We got Ricardo Vasquez. We got Kingling. All right. We got author number 2. Coco artist, a guest artist on the station. You know, maybe he'll be official soon enough. Yeah, I just got to commission a few more pieces there. But yeah, he's a good artist too. So shouts out Coco artist. We've got Cool Spot 89. Let's see. We've got I'm scrolling down, lost my place. Blade 2.0. Make sure you get a hat for your hat. Let's see. I think I might have lost my place entirely, but that's all right. You can keep throwing that bacon up there if you want to shout out. Brian Knapp is in here. And yeah, if you want to shout out, if you didn't hear your name, keep putting that bacon up there. Or you can yell at me through a super chat. And like I said, that's going to help out the one of the birthday Baconeers. Big Baconeer birthday tonight. Master Godai, one of the official artists. We're going to see a couple of pinups from him tonight. All right. We're going to see a couple of pinups from Master Godai tonight, as well as Master Krakken and Odacat. We got all 3 on deck for you tonight.
A happy moment.
Happy day on.
That's right. It's a happy moment for these happy birthdays.
The birthday boys, Master Godai and Damatios, not only are going to get some stealth cake but also a big whopping kiss out. Happy birthday, guys.
Booga booga booga!
1 ticket please. Hope everyone had a good week.
Kenzo's creation with a ticket to ride on the Booga train. And then Towers Pull going full KO. K's out for the birthday boys, the birthday Baconeers right there. And then, of course, Daharka 88 Hail with a happy moment from Godzilla. He's doing the birthday dance. All right. Godzilla's doing the birthday dance. Everybody is having a good time tonight. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Massive support from the Baconeers right out the gate. I have a feeling that we're going to unlock quite a few pinups tonight. Like I said, good stuff on deck for you from all 3 artists. And as I said before, we actually pay them. Okay. I noticed this other channel, this one particular channel. Okay. A certain rival out there who's taken the art from one of our artists. Okay. Taking the art from Odacat without paying for it, without her permission, without even crediting her in the description. Shame, shame, okay? So I better not be seeing any of you over there, all right? I better not see any defectors, any traitors over there, because this guy, he's no good, all right? He's no good. Yeah, imagine paying your artist, right? Imagine like paying the artist for the work that they do to help make your channel stand out, right? What a concept. What a concept, right? That's a little foreshadowing there, Captain N and the Game Master, right? Little foreshadowing. What a concept. Yeah, shame. So yeah, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm already zooking out, okay? I'm zooking out. I'm having a good time. I hope everybody else is. And if not, maybe this stream will cheer you up, because we always have a good time on Sterner Stuff. We're always zooking out.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
This is Friday night zook out.
We like zook, see?
That's right. It's a Friday night zook out, okay? It's a Friday night zook out. No, don't try to guess who it is. Don't ask me who it is. I'm not even going to name him, okay? I'm not even going to name him. If you know, you know. Otherwise, I'm not. No free publicity, okay? No free advertising here. He's already taken a bunch of other stuff for free, so he's not getting anything from me, buddy. All right, Suffa rival. All right, Painting and Rambling is here. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? It's just the Mona Lisa. Nobody will miss it. Exactly. Yeah, it's just the Mona Lisa. It's just a work of art. It's just a work of art. Nobody's going to miss it, right? So yeah, Beer Drinking Dwarf says you zooked out early today. Man, you got to pace yourself, okay? You got to pace yourself. Wait for the Friday night zook out, okay? That's right. That's right. I like how RV, he gets all those references. I think a couple of people do. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Kino Casino enjoyers in the chat. I know you are in the Discord server, so you're probably in here as well. Look at Ace of Spades 88. Hail, brother. What's going on? I see you in the chat as well. Happy Friday indeed. All right. So yeah, hopefully you guys are ready to zook out. I think I am. I think we're ready to get into it here. Like I said, we've got all the segments here. We're going to cover some new stuff that we've got because going forward, and I've mentioned this in previous streams, but just in case you weren't here for that, or maybe you're a new face, or maybe you want to fuel up the thrust bus and get it ready to drive with diameter.
I don't want a name, I just want the place to find him. I just want to talk with him.
I like how dramatically Kitty read that too. Kitty sounded very threatening right there. My goodness, man, Kitty's got a mean streak. I had no idea. Thank you, Reverb 154. Yeah, you know, I think like I probably will like leave a comment and say, hey man, I know this artist because she works for me. Doesn't take too kindly to people using her stuff without permission, especially when you're not the one who commissioned it, when somebody else paid for it. Doesn't take too kindly to that. Probably going to let him know myself. But yeah, I just want to talk to him. Okay. I just want to talk. Where's that? I need that clip of Peter Griffin, you know, cocking the shotgun. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Let's go. Andy Zorik is in the chat. Abnormal Edits is here. Nindo plays. I see people still showing up. Alchemy with the 10 big Bison Bucks. Let's go.
Paint for the paint gods. Art for the art throne. Let's keep the pinup factory flowing.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep that perpetual waifu machine fueled up, stacked up. You know the waifus go whack for the stack. And we're stacking it up tonight, all right? You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed with the pinups that we have on deck for you tonight. It's going to be a good show. Star Matter is here. What's going on? Hey, what have you missed? Nothing, man. I'm still hot dogging and grandstanding, okay? That's kind of what we do at the beginning of the show here. Hot dogging and grandstanding, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You didn't really miss anything, though. We haven't even started the show properly yet. Haven't even got to the first segment. But what I was saying, though, is something that I have mentioned in previous streams, and some of you might have already heard this, but in case you weren't here or if you're new here, after volume 100, I plan to start expanding out. That's what I had said before. And so it's starting now. Tomorrow, volume 101, we are expanding the timeline up until now for these past 100 volumes with very few exceptions. We have stuck well within the 80s and 90s, the vast majority of all the shows. There's been a couple of early 2000s in there, you know, some Megas XLR, some Team Galaxy here and there, right? I think there's one or two shows that maybe dipped their toes into the 70s, and I'm talking late 70s, like 1979 with The Adventures of Flash Gordon, because Flash Gordon is the Wrangle King, okay? Just like we've got the Wrangle Queen, Lady J, but she holds the record for getting wrangled the most times. Well, Flash Gordon is the Wrangle King because he does the wrangling, all right? He does the wrangling. So, yeah, we dipped our toe outside of the 80s, 90s once or twice a little bit, but the vast majority of all the shows in the past 100 volumes. RB with 10 big Bison Bucks.
A bit of money for the expansion or you can spend it on tortas.
Tortas? Oh! I'm going to go down. I'm going to get a Mexican hamburger, bitch. Suffer. The Burger King down here in Mexico isn't as good as the one you got. Or was it Burger King? I can't remember which one he was talking about. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, RV, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, when I said that we passed volume 100, that I would start expanding out and we would start getting in more shows from the 70s, even a few from the 60s, and then in the other direction, we're going to get a few more from the 2000s. So maybe not even the early 2000s, might even dip close to 2010, okay? Because that was kind of like the cutoff, in my opinion anyway, the last great stand of cartoons, of animation. We still had some good shows in the early 2010s.
I just want to talk to him. Why do you have a shotgun? I just want to talk to him. Orbital, this is ridiculous. I just want to talk to him. Put that gun away. I just want to talk to him. It's not his fault he's a thief. I just want to shoot him.
Thank you, Maverick Cat. Appreciate that, buddy. You guys are cracking me up. So yeah, the 2010s is what I was saying was the last sort of good era, and it went all downhill from there. Okay, it's all downhill from here. Oh, I see Obi-Wan Jabroni in the chat. What's going on, Obi-Wan Jabroni? What's up, brother? All right, good to see you guys back here. Those new faces coming back, becoming familiar faces. Always love to see it. All right, and then now I think that might be our new meme. You know, I mean, it's already an existing meme, but specifically for the Orbital station and pertaining to our artist here. Yeah, I just want to talk to him. Okay, stop stealing our art. I try to look out for my artists beyond just paying them. I try to treat them right, you know, try to look out for them. So, you know, I kind of take it personal, right? So yeah, we're going to get into that. I'm going to show you guys in the Saturday morning preview just a bit, not going to give everything away, leave a few surprises in there, just a couple, but going to go down most of the lineup. We're going to run it down for what we have tomorrow morning for volume 101, where we are now starting that journey into eras beyond, okay? The time before time.
Nifty.
Before time
Janet
began.
is rich, but she's only giving $1 for each of Lady J's wrangles. Yes, upon reflection, I'm only crediting her with 3.5.
3.5. Now, wait a minute, painting and rambling. I know that there was a little bit of a dispute in there, and some people wanted to say that when she was dangling, wrangled and dangled from that chain, that only counted as half a wrangle because she had just previously been wrangled by net. But that still would be 4.5, because if you remember, the grand tally was 5. And if you want to dispute it, then we could bump it down. We can accept 4.5. But yeah, man, there's 3.5. No way. She had 4 solid wrangles, and if you want to count the wrangle and dangle from the chain over the lava pit there, that at least counts as a 0.5. All right, so, but I won't fault you for the tree fitty, because then we get to see Wasp making faces. Maybe that's why she's making faces. She's like, hey, wait a minute, you know, Wasp, she kind of has a similar hairdo to Lady J. It's, you know, it's flipped out a little bit, but, you know, the short brown hair like Lady J. Maybe she's a fan, you know, not taking kindly to getting the tally wrong there. Rex Rude, what's going on? Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in the news and updates. Don't worry, brother. Don't worry. We're getting there. We're getting there. Don't jump the gun on me, okay? Don't jump the gun. So yeah, we're going to get into all that. And like I said, we'll have in tomorrow morning's lineup some stuff that we are now expanding into the time before time, where we're going into the 60s and the 70s. And then next week, I'll probably go more into the 2000s. You know, we got no need to rush. No need to rush. We're gonna take our time. And not just that, even the stuff from the 80s and 90s is, you're gonna see some new stuff there. I found some new shows that have never been shown on this channel. I don't really even see them much on any other channel. There's one in particular I'm gonna show you guys tonight. I'm wondering if anyone even knew existed. And it's from the 90s, okay? It's a 90s cartoon, and I'm really wondering if anybody even knew this thing existed, because I sure didn't, okay? I sure didn't, and I found it. It cleared the copyright checks, and so now it's going to be featured in the lineup, for better or for worse. I mean, it's pretty janky, okay? I'm going to give you a fair warning right now. It's pretty janky. You know, the animation, the voice acting, it seems to be Canadian, you know, and nothing against my brothers up there in the Great White North, but, you know, some of those old Canadian cartoons like Dragonflies, I'm looking at you, okay? They can be pretty janky sometimes, right? But I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch with the Baconeers, because that's what we love to do here. Mystery Bacon Theater 3000, okay? We love to riff on stuff. Well, this is going to be ripe for riffing, okay? It's going to be a gold mine, Plus, we get a new waifu, an evil waifu at that. So I think you're going to like it, okay? I think you're going to like it. All right? So enough hot dogging and grandstanding. Let's get started here. But before we do, let me make sure to shout out the stream boss. I don't know if we had a little bit of a battle there going back and forth, but it looks to have settled down now. So all hail Bloodwork, for crying in the mud, Bobby. It's Bloodwork. All hail the stream boss. Let's get those pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swanging for Bloodwork with a very respectable 40 hit points on that health bar. Very nice, but it's still early on in the stream, and could be anybody's game. You know, keep your head on a swivel there. You might end up getting a super kick to knock you right out of that chair. Even though on Wednesday's stream, we got the origin of the Vince super kick, at least the channel specific meme portion of that. And we saw that he wasn't even actually super kicked. He was in fact knocked out of his chair by a tiny mini skirt, which is still on brand. Okay. It's still on brand, right? Like, I think it's still good. It's still good, right? It works. If you're not going to be knocked out of your chair by a super kick, like an actual wrestling move, since it's Vince McMahon and all, Well, then another Orbital Station meme, tiny mini skirts, okay?
Tiny mini skirt!
That's what knocked him right out of that chair. Knocked him right out. Yeah, it clears. Exactly, Obi-Wan Jabroni. It clears. It checks out, okay? It's on brand. It's on brand. What's going on? Vixen4327 is in here. We also have Urahara. What's going on, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Hell yeah, man. I like seeing these new faces in here, man. Stick around. Become familiar faces. All right. So enough hot dogging and grandstanding. Let's get into the show. We're going to start out by A-logging some cartoons that we have for you in tomorrow's lineup. And there's also a bit of a Saturday morning preview for you. Let you know some of the stuff we've got in the lineup. I'll keep a few surprises. Unless you're a channel member, then you already know. You already know the full lineup if you're a channel member, because I like to give them that early. But for everybody else, we'll give you a preview here. You can already tell, you can see the thumbnail, and you already know one of the shows that we're going to have in there, okay? You already know one of the shows.
Stealing of art? Soon rain will come and clean this kinda scum off. And I am the rainmaker.
Oh, Coco artist. Yeah, see, you know, I would like to know what the artists think of that, you know, as an artist yourself. I'm sure nobody really takes kindly to that, you know? It's not just specific to Odacat. I don't think anyone likes their art being taken, especially when it was commissioned by somebody else, you know, like for a specific person. They paid for it, and then someone else comes along, finds it on your coffee page or finds it on a Google image search or whatever, and then just slaps it on their thumbnail to promote their channel and get everybody's attention. Like, you didn't do that. Somebody else made that happen. Okay, so yeah, not cool, not cool. But yeah, we'll talk about that a little later. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it. Although there was one other thing, that same channel that shall not be named. You know, I noticed that they just repeat the same shows over and over. We're gonna do something different as we go past volume 100, and there'll be a couple of shows that you may have seen before. Obviously, there's only so many episodes. But we're going to show a bunch of new stuff that you've never seen before, at least not on this channel anyway, except maybe that one that I'm thinking about nobody's ever shot. I don't know. I've never seen anyone show it. I don't know. So we're going to see what you guys think. But let's get into the Saturday morning preview. And first, we'll start out, like I said, we're going all the way back. We're going way back, okay? We got our time machine. We got our DeLorean. We're driving up to 88 miles per hour in our base DeLorean there. And we're going back to the 60s, okay? We're going to start this out by the 60s, okay? This is going to be great. And first up, we're checking out the Herculoids, okay? So this is one I think most people are familiar with. It's not like a hidden gem or anything. I think a lot of people remember the Herculoids. Space Ghost, Dino Boy. There were a lot of those 60 cartoons. But because it was so old and I tried to stick to the 80s and 90s, never featured this one on the channel. So we gotta rectify that, okay? We gotta make amends. There were some good shows back in the 60s and 70s, all right? And just like I said before, with new shows come new waifus. And so say hello to new waifu number 1. We've got Terra from the Herculoids, okay? It's an actual waifu, if you know what I mean. You know, she's the wife of the main character, so it's a waifu in the show right there. Blonde bombshell. Look at that classic art right there from the late 60s. I mean, you can tell just by looking at it how they didn't color in the whites of her eyes, right? That's a very like old school style of animation. But I love it. You know, it's like it's beautiful in its simplicity, right? Beautiful in its simplicity, right? So yeah, we've got Terra from the Herculoids. That's going to be our first new waifu and one of the first new shows that we're going to be checking out here. And she's also on brand. You know, we were talking about the tiny mini skirt knocking Vince out of his chair. Well, she's got a bit of a tiny mini skirt herself. I mean, I don't even know if this qualifies as a whole skirt. It might just be a large shirt or something. Close, very close to being a jungle kini, right? We like the jungle kini. That's another new fashion trend here on the station. That I call it a trend, but that implies it's temporary. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, if that were a two-piece, it would be a full-on Savage Land jungle bikini, just like we've seen a lot of the waifus feature recently, right? But yeah, so she's rocking a good outfit, blonde bombshell. We're going to find out. I'm not even that familiar with the Herculoids because when I watched it on Cartoon Network back as a young bacon bit, you know, and they would show all the old reruns of these old shows. I don't even really remember anything that happened. And I was probably too young to even commit to memory like the plot lines or anything like that. I just remember the creatures they had. They had that weird rock rhino that could spit little pebbles out of his horn. There was that big gorilla guy. And then, of course, the annoying blob things. I don't remember any of their names, but, you know, those little blob guys. And they were kind of like Proto Needle or Niddler from Pirates of the Dark Water. Seems like these types of characters just got more annoying as time went on. You know what I mean? They just got more annoying as time went on. So thankfully, because this show is so old, they're not too terrible. They don't speak. They make little noises. And they're not that bad. But you can tell it's kind of the start of that annoying creature character that you've seen, like Slimer in the real Ghostbusters, annoying creature sidekick character. Then we had Needle from Conan, even worse than Slimer. And then Niddler from Pirates of Dark Water, although Pirates might have come before Conan. They were like very close together. And people would even argue who's more annoying, Needle or Niddler. I don't know. That's a tough call. Me personally, I think Needle is the worst because not only would he make the annoying bird sounds, you know, you can always tell when it's not an actual bird sound, it's like a person making it, right? So it just sounds like shit. But then he would speak in this really annoying voice.
It's the very first instance of the Virgin Killer dress.
Yeah, that sweater. I know what you're talking about, Maverick Cat. I know what you're talking about there. Yeah, it is. It's the first incarnation. There you go. Yeah, the caw, you know, very annoying Needle there. And then Niddler from Pirates of Dark Water is actually voiced by Frank Welker. And while he does have the capacity to be an annoying side character because he voiced Slimer as well, and I don't know anybody who likes Slimer in that cartoon, but Niddler to me wasn't as bad because Frank is actually very good at doing the animal sounds, like really, really good. And so it didn't bug me when he made the monkey noises. And then he just talks in like a slightly lower pitched Slimer voice.
I just got into the Herculoids comics from Dynamite, so this is a welcome addition to the lineup.
Oh, excellent. Perfect timing, Reverb 154. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Some of these old cartoons that are getting reboots. Well, I don't even know if reboot's the right word because it's a different medium, but they're getting like continuations, new stories in the form of comic books. And some of them, they really need it because, you know, not every show ran its full course. Some got canceled early. Some were just treated as like a pilot where they only got a few episodes, like 4 episodes, 5 episodes, whatever. Vitor, the Starfire champion, is a good example of that, right? And they need continuations in some form if they're not going to make a new cartoon, which is probably for the better because animation studios these days are not too great. And we certainly don't want to see it wind up on Netflix. Oh, no. So maybe comics is the best option. Maybe that's the best route to take. So hopefully it's good, man. You'll have to let me know. Reverb, you'll have to let me know how you're liking it, okay? What's going on? Blah Diddy is in the chat. Neo 007, Midwest Maniac, what's going on? And I think I saw somebody say it was their first time here. Let me make sure I say hello to them. I got to scroll back up. Man, the chat's going crazy. Tony Blaze, first time here. Tony Blaze, welcome. Welcome, man. Stick around. Become a familiar face. I always like seeing new faces, but I like when you stick around and become a familiar face. It's a great community, okay? I've said it before. I'll say it again. Best community on YouTube, all right? We have the most fun here. It might take you a minute to learn all of our lingo. We've got like our own catchphrases, our own words and stuff. You're probably like, what the hell is Zook? What is all this talk of wrangling? What are Frostiflakes? And what the hell is a JLAW? Well, you're going to learn. You're going to learn, buddy, what the JLAW is, okay? And Cake Detected with some wrangling, we got to get into that too, okay? We got to get into that too. So let's check this out. Let's see what's going on with Tara here. And as we can see, the outfit, Orbital Station dress code approved. Let's see how she does on her stealth check, okay? We already saw Yuri fail it twice. You know, she's never, you got to love her for trying, but she's never going to make it, okay? She's never going to make it. But let's see how Tara does here. Stowing away. Oh, don't let her drive. Oh, don't let her drive the ship. She just ran onto a mode of transportation. We're already off to a bad start here. She ran onto a mode of transportation. Please don't get behind the controls.
which one of these devices controls the animals?
Oh, okay, controls the animals. All right. Had me worried there for a minute. Thought she was going to say which one of these devices controls the ship, and then it's, oh, we're doomed. We are doomed. But no, which one of these controls the animals? Okay, all right, that's fine. You want to set some of the critters free. Just don't try to fly the ship there. Oh, okay, so she just went to hide. Here we go. Here we go, chat. We're beginning the stealth check now. The stealth check begins. What do you think, chat? Is she going to pass? One's up if you think she passes the stealth check. 2 if she doesn't fail. Or if she does fail, rather. If she doesn't pass. One's up if she passes. 2 if cake's detected. What do you think, chat? What do you think? 1 if she passes. 2 if cake's detected. I want to know what you think. I'm seeing a few 1s. Some people have faith in her. It's not a bad hiding spot. That control panel's like bigger than she is. Most people are saying 2. There's no way. She's too thick. She's never gonna pass this stealth check. I've seen a good amount of 1s. People have faith. People have faith. I mean, she did pick a pretty good hiding spot. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But let's find out. Let's see what happens. He's looking around. Okay, he didn't notice. He didn't notice. He looked around, didn't see anything. She was well hidden. Did she pass? Is it? I don't know. The clip's not over yet. It seems like she might have passed, but then look at, wait a minute. What is this? Uh-oh. She's starting to come out from behind the hiding space. Don't do it. This is dangerous. That's a tiny mini skirt right there. That is a tiny mini skirt. You're going to fail the stealth check. You better be careful.
Come on, get away from there.
Oh no! Oh no! Cake detected! Cake detected! Oh, she failed. Failed the stealth check just like Yuri. Oh, this weird alien traveler here. He was all engrossed playing his video games, you know. He had some sort of sci-fi Atari there. He was pushing all the buttons.
From there.
Look at him. Thought he wasn't going to notice. Thought he wasn't going to notice. Ah, yeah, I'm playing Atari. What is this? Space Invaders? Battleship? I don't know what he's playing here. But yeah, he's playing like the old... What were there even any video games out in the 60s? I don't know. But he's playing the video games. You think he wasn't going to notice? She almost got by. When he first came in, he looked around, didn't see anything. But there it is. Cake detected. It's over. It's so over. And not only that, we get the return of an oldie but a goodie here. Yeah, Battlezone. There you go, Kakarot. Minesweeper. It did kind of look like Minesweeper, right? Holy shit, he's playing some Minesweeper there. So not only is the cake detected, but now Tara winds up in the wife cage. Oldie but a goodie. It's been a while since we've seen the wife cage. Okay, hopefully you're keeping it clean. You know, the waifus, they'll drop you hints. They'll be like, there's a spider in the wife cage. That means they want you to get it. Painting and rambling with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
If she sneezes in that dress, everyone will see the cake.
Oh yeah, it's over, man. It's not, she can't maneuver too much. Yeah, no sudden movements, no sneezing, nothing that's going to cause any sort of jarring effect. Or yeah, it's over. Cancel the cartoon, man. Reverb 154 with a visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go.
Indeed, there are also comics of Dungeons and Dragons, Space Ghost, Thundercats, and Silverhawks as well. The future is good for the brands.
Nice. Well, we're gonna see some of that here in the lineup. One of those that you mentioned anyway is gonna be in tomorrow's lineup, and then of course Dungeons and Dragons. That's like a channel favorite. That's not, even though I think we've played every single episode, we might have to do some reruns. I mean, we are going into summer after all. And you know summer's known for the reruns. So we might have a few reruns peppered in there here and there. But I am going to try to keep it mostly fresh for you guys, as we've done 100 volumes so far. 100 volumes so far. The only time we did any sort of repeats when it was a special edition, like a member's choice or the bacon choice like I did for volume 100. That had some reruns in it. But otherwise, it's always been fresh, always different every week. So we're going to try to stay true to that. but there will be, just because there's a finite number of shows with a finite number of episodes, right? So there will be a couple of reruns here and there for the summer, but I think that as we expand out and start checking out some of these new shows from the 60s, the 70s, and later into the 2000s, especially if you guys end up liking them, then we can play more episodes from them and keep everything fresh there, okay? So let's see. Star Matter says, I'll let you go. You're talking about the Northern Hemisphere. You know there's a Southern Hemisphere as well. Nobody here is coming in the summer. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm aware that there's 2 hemispheres, but I don't really know what you're referring to. Matthew, what's going on? Thundercats. That's right, buddy. I wish I could show that one. Now, Thundercats, unfortunately, that's one of the shows that gets blocked. It's heavily requested, but just can't do it. It's an automatic block. Won't even let me have it on the channel. We have watched some episodes in the Discord, though. Okay, we have done some watch parties.
Since you're now expanding as far back as the decade of Woodstock, will you be including either Johnny Quest or Josie and the Pussycats too?
Johnny Quest, no, because that one gets blocked. And thank you, by the way, Duo Maxwell, for the ticket to ride on the BOOGA train there. Johnny Quest, no, because that one gets blocked. But Josie and the Pussycats, yes. That one, as far as I know, I got to test a couple more episodes just to make sure, because sometimes they're weird, man. They'll let like specific episodes go. They used to do that with Flash Gordon. I think the whole series that you can get away with now, but for the longest time, the old Flash Gordon cartoon from '79, only certain episodes would get passed, and then other ones would get blocked. I mean, they even did that with Dirty Pair. You guys have asked me for the full Dirty Pair OVA series because I only have half the series on the channel, but that's because that half is the one that they let go, and the other half gets blocked. It's really weird, man. It's really weird. But I want to make sure that we have plenty of options to choose from with Josie and the Pussycat. So I'm going to test a few different episodes and just make sure, okay, this seems to be all clear. And yeah, but Johnny Quest, I already tested that one, got blocked. So that's no good, unfortunately. But Josie and the Pussycats, that's kind of like proto Jim and the Holograms. For anybody that's not familiar with it, like Nerdic Warrior saying never saw Josie and the Pussycats. It's kind of like Jim and the Holograms, but, you know, older. And as a bonus, they are all dressed as Catgirls, as the name implies. Okay, as the name implies, they're all dressed up like Catgirls. So try to picture Jim and the Holograms with less 80s and more Catgirl. All right, so you know, win-win, right? Kind of good. So yeah, so we've got Tara here in the wife cage, cake detected, stealth check failed, and now she finds herself in the wife cage. And we see that these memes can apply even to these old shows. That was actually the one thing I was kind of worried about. I'm like, man, you know, we're going decades back, not just like late 70s, like with Flash Gordon, but full on decades back, like into the 60s. Are we going to be able to apply our memes? I mean, we can always come up with new ones. You know, that's why this one of the reasons, not the, I was about to say that's why, like, it's the only reason. One of the reasons that's why this is the best community on YouTube is because we have no trouble coming up with new memes. It's like every week almost we have a new one. Some have more staying powers than others. You know, they become instant classics. But yeah, we'll make up some new ones, I'm sure. But luckily, all of our classic memes can apply to these old shows too. So just like you see here, Tara's in the wife cage. She's getting wrangled, cake detected, stealth check failed. It's going to be a good time. And you know what's cool about these? I don't know. Maybe you guys will like this, maybe not. I think it's kind of cool. But these older shows, they would put the episodes as like self-contained within the commercial break. So a lot of these like Herculoids, Space Ghost, there's a few others that I've been looking into but don't want to give away just yet because they're coming up in the future weeks here. They're like 6 minutes, maybe 8 minutes long. You know, the whole episode is like 6 or 8 minutes so that they could play the full thing, go to commercial, come back and play another one.
I'm not surprised you can play Josie and the Pussycats. Hanna-Barbera has been folded into Warner Brothers, but Archie Comics owned the rights and leased it. As it stands,
okay.
The current ownership of the cartoon's IP is Dick, and they're pretty chill these days.
Yeah, Deke is pretty chill. I have a ton of shows from them because that's what we say at the end when that logo pops up. Everybody's like, Deke! So yeah, you know, that's pretty cool. And that's interesting. I noticed that these Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like Herculoids, got a claim from Warner Brothers. Now, luckily, they didn't block it. They're allowing it to be on there, but they're going to take the ad revenue. You know what I mean? So And I was a little confused by that because I'm like, I could have sworn this was Hanna-Barbera. Why is Warner Brothers claiming this? But now I know. Thank you, Maverick Cat. It all makes sense. You know what? I'll bet you anything that Warner Brothers got the Hanna-Barbera stuff to put on their streaming service, because over the summer this past year, I can't believe it's been already almost a year. Holy shit. I remember it's like yesterday talking about the new Warner Brothers streaming service, Me Too TV or whatever they call it. Me TV 2. It's got like some weird name. And they were taking down things like Mighty Orbots. If you guys remember, I used to have all 13 episodes of Mighty Orbots on the channel, and they are gone because Warner Brothers struck them down because they got their grubby hands on that show too. And they probably bought up a bunch of the Hanna-Barbera stuff because they want people to go watch their own streaming. So there's just too many streaming services. I don't think it's very smart to try to start your own streaming service. I mean, maybe if you want to license out your stuff to one that's more well established that people actually watch. But I mean, does anybody even watch that Me Too TV or whatever the hell, the WB streaming service? I don't know if anybody even watches that, despite them probably having a good lineup because they have their own properties on there. They've got the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes, the Merry Melodies and that stuff. And then, yeah, I guess they got a bunch of Hanna-Barbera as well. But I don't know anybody that watches it. Cool Spot's like, I've never even heard of it, right? Yeah, never even heard of it, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It's too much streaming stuff going on. It's a saturated market, not the smartest thing to do. All right, let's get into the next one. So, yeah, so we've got the Herculoids. And just to finish saying, so they have these short episodes, right? They have 8-minute or 6-minute episodes so they could cut to commercial, come back and show another one. So what I did was I put a couple of them together because typically, especially from the 80s and 90s, the stuff that we've been showing, those episodes are about 20 to 23 minutes because you got to take out the commercial breaks that they would cut to. And it leaves you with like a 20+ minute episode, right? So I took 2 or 3, whatever filled out the time to the closest, of these shorter episodes, put them together to make it seem like one 20-minute episode. So you're still going to get the full block. You're still going to get the 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time, the full 3 hours, even with the same number of shows, because I'm just adding multiple episodes for these shorter ones like Herculoids and Space Ghost and things like that. So in case you see that tomorrow, because you will, all right, just letting you know, because you will see that tomorrow, where in the middle of Herculoids, after the first mini episode ends, you'll see a few commercials and you're like, well, wait, where's the ending credits? That was short. Is that all we get? No, just wait out those couple of commercials and then we'll come back and we'll see another, the second half of the Herculoids with another episode there. Okay. Now, another thing, like I said, going to keep it fresh. Okay. We're really going to expand out, and I've got some stuff that hopefully you've never seen before. And even if you have, you'll enjoy it. And just like we sometimes do with the 80s and 90s, especially in the 90s.
They are protective of their cartoons, but have no pin-ups. Unless they start stealing them.
No, Painting and Rambling, don't give them any ideas. Don't give me any ideas. Or them any ideas, rather. But thank you, Painting and Rambling, for the ticket to ride on the BOOGA train there. But yeah, so in the 90s especially, I think there were 1 or 2 in the 80s that I featured. But every now and then we have some live action shows, all right? So you guys know we've played Power Rangers. We've played the Mystic Knights of Tirnanog. We've played from the 80s Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. And those are pretty good. I mean, Power Rangers is classic cheese. How can you not love that? Captain Power is legitimately good. Like, it's well written. The stories are actually pretty heavy for a quote-unquote kid show. But that's because it wasn't intended to be a kid show. It was actually intended to be a general audience show and didn't originally air in the morning. It aired at prime time, like 8 p.m. at night, because they wanted the parents to watch it for the storyline and they wanted the kids to watch it to bug their parents for the toys. I'm trying to think of a better way to put it, but it's like, nah, they wanted the kids to watch it so they would bug their parents for the toys, and they wanted the parents to watch it, specifically the dads, who'd be into sci-fi, for the storyline. But because it did look pretty cheesy, I mean, I'm not complaining. We love the cheese. We love the jank, right? But yeah, the adult crowd didn't really get into it. And because it was on at night, which would be considered late at night for a young kid who, has like a school night or something, they can't stay up to watch primetime TV. And so the show didn't really do too well, unfortunately. Only got the one season. They had plans for a second season. Kind of a cliffhanger, not like a total cliffhanger, but they did kill off a character. It was pretty brutal. A main character too. So it's a real shame that we never got that second season. But yeah, there's a lot of really good live action shows that we've seen from the 80s and 90s. Well, guess what, guys? There's live action shows from the 70s too. Okay? Are you guys ready for this one? So hopefully you'll enjoy it. I've seen every now and then I see a comment where somebody's like, hey, you said this was Saturday morning cartoons and Power Rangers isn't a cartoon. Somebody actually said that. Power Rangers really did air on Saturday mornings too. I know it eventually went to weekday syndication, but it was on Saturday morning. It was part of the lineup. So I know it's called Saturday morning cartoons, but I don't really have a problem with showing these live action things, right? So we found one here. We've got one for you here from the 70s. Are you guys ready for this? You ready? We've got The Secret of Isis. Okay, The Secret of Isis, or better known as We Have Wonder Woman at Home. Okay, we have Wonder Woman at home. Mom, can we get Wonder Woman? No, little Johnny, we have Wonder Woman at home. No, Mom, that's Secret of Isis. So yeah, we've got a live action show here full of cheese and jank. Oh my goodness, wait till you see some of the special effects. And I hope you can hear the air quotes that I'm actually doing with my hands, even though I don't have my camera on. But like, I'm doing the air quotes right now for the special effects that they have in this show. It's pretty amazing. I'm talking like stop motion isn't even the right word, because it's like jump cut. It's not even like stop. I think they were going for stop motion, but they did it at like 3 frames per second. It just looks like jump cuts, right? Playing stuff in reverse, right? You know, that's a classic. Play the footage in reverse to make it look like it's going back into the bottle or back into the water or whatever. Yeah, that's the level of special effects we're going to see. Yeah, jank cuts. Yeah, they're not jump cuts. They're jank cuts. That's right, Taverns Bull. That's right, man. Jank cuts, okay? So, yeah, we've got Wonder Woman at home, okay? Temu Wonder Woman, okay? And, but guess what? Guess what? You guys are going to love this, because the title of this episode, remember how I said that our current memes, even though they're current memes for these decades old shows, right? That's what we do here. We go through the latest memes for decades old shows.
Oh my gosh. Puffin stuffs Temu Wonder Woman. Does this mean we'll also see the Kid Superpower Hour with Shazam?
Maybe. We'll see, Maverick Cat. We'll see. I'm like drip feeding it out. You know what I mean? I didn't want to just like load it all with one giant 60s and 70s full. I still like to go through the span of time. So we're going to go into the 80s and 90s on tomorrow's volume, but you'll see new stuff each week. Okay. For the next several weeks until all the new stuff is debuted. And then we'll just keep them in rotation if you guys like it. Right. But, yeah, so we've got Temu Wonder Woman here. And just like I was saying, we are always doing the latest memes for these decades old shows, and our memes apply to these old shows. You know, don't have no fear. Okay. Just because it's from the 60s or just because it's from the 70s, our current memes here on the Orbital station, they still apply, because guess what? The title of this episode is Girl Driver. That is the name.
Excuse me, princess.
Secret of Isis sound like a Temu Victoria's Secret lingerie linea.
A linea. What is a linea? Thank you to Harka88 there, getting stepped on by Zelda. Yeah, the Secret of Isis is a Temu linea, lingerie linea. I like that. I don't know why he pronounced it like that. I'm assuming that was a typo, but apparently it means something. I don't know. He pronounced it with like an accent. Kitty's doing that thing from that Saturday Night Live sketch where they were like at a board meeting, and they're like, hey, we've got a new employee, you know, make sure to give him a warm welcome. His name is Alvaro Ricardo, you know, and he had like a Latin name, and they were putting this accent on it, you know, like that's what it sounded like. Kitty was trying to sound fancy right there. So yeah, the name of this episode is Girl Driver. That's right, the JLAW episode, Before Time Began, all the way back in the 70s.
Very soft, very moist, very wet.
Here's hoping the population works.
Let's go. The pop-up did indeed work. Thank you, Michael Russell. And with that, there's the real Wonder Woman right there. That's Linda Carter. That's the real Wonder Woman. And now you can see why it's not just, because she has like a sort of an Amazon outfit.
I think
it's like
Filmation
Egyptian.
made Secret of Isis.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if it was Filmation, but it was the same guy, Lou Schremer. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It was the same guy who was behind Filmation. I don't know if they used the Filmation logo on this one because I don't recall seeing it. So I don't know if it was like under that studio, but it was the same guy who created that studio. So yeah, we can go through this whole series. Like I have the entire thing. I have all the episodes. I think it went for like 2 seasons and I got them all. So if you guys like this, we're going to go through it all. But yeah, the JLAW firm will be on standby. That's right, Nzeru. That's right, man. The JLAW firm's going to be on standby for this one. Just have your hand on the phone, okay? And get ready to call up the JLAW firm because the title of this episode is Girl Driver. And that's what I was saying is before time began, there was the JLAW. Because for me, the 70s is before time began, okay? The 70s is well before time began for me, so that might as well be. But here, let me give you a couple of clips so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the entire, JLAW, the episode, all right? Are you ready for this?
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Isis was before Wonder Woman with Linda Carter came out. She was the OG girl superhero.
Oh, look at that. Kakarot says shots fired. Wonder Woman is actually Timu Isis. Wonder Woman is we have Isis at home. Oh, buddy, shots fired. Let's go. All right, check out these clips so you can see what we're in for here. Girl Driver.
Miss Thomas, Frederica Carlson. She's what the big fuss is all about.
Hi, Miss Thomas. Cindy told you about the Auto Club election?
Yes, now I understand what the fuss is about.
I like how she know, yes, you want to be in the Auto Club. Now I understand. Now I see what all the fuss is about. And, mechanic waifu, too. Is this proto Charlie girl? So if Wonder Woman is we have Isis at home, is Freddy here? Because she even, Charlie is more like a guy's name, but it's short for Charlene or whatever the pronunciation is. And of course, Freddy, guy's name, but short for Frederica. So is she the proto Charlie? Is Charlie just we have Freddy at home? Oh no.
We've never had a girl run for Auto Club president before.
It's not such a big deal. I helped my dad out at the garage here, but I guess some of the boys don't think that girls are fit to mess with cars.
She said it. She said it, not me, okay? She said it, not me.
The boys don't think that girls are fit to mess with cars.
Skeletor loves it. Skeletor loves it. He's like, yeah, they're not fit to mess with cars. Oh man. And of course it's gonna escalate from there. So we have, plenty of waifus in the show, as you might imagine. Girl superhero, of course, there's going to be waifus. But, this was from another time, very, very different back in the 70s, right? So let's see how the guys do react. We hear them talking. They're saying, well, yeah, the guys don't think girls should be messing with cars. Well, let's see how the guys actually are here in the show. Are they going to, cheer them along? And because if this show were made nowadays, the guy would be like, oh, you know what? You can be just as good a mechanic as anyone, right? Or is he going to be based? Let's find out.
You worked on my dad's car?
Why not?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. As long as you didn't touch the engine.
All right, we're off to a good start. We got a baconeer here. We got a baconeer in the show. It's like, all right, look, it's like, what did you do? Just fill up the tires with air? Okay, that's fine. As long as, just a tire rotation, I guess we can allow that. Just keep your hands off the engine there, babe.
Oh, that reminds me. I think your carburetor's off and needs adjustment.
There's nothing wrong with the carburetor. I checked it myself. Besides, I don't think you know a carburetor from a piston rod.
phrasing? You don't know a carburetor from a piston rod. Don't touch the engine, okay? This is a primo mint condition station wagon here. I don't want you messing it up. Yeah, he's definitely from the school of Skeletor here. Yeah, double based. Oh, wait. Double based, you say? Well, hold on to that cool spot because he's not done yet.
Talk about a chauvinist pig.
That's me. Oink, oink.
Based, triple based, super ultra based. Oh, you chauvinist pig. Yeah, that's me. Oink, oink. We got to see that again.
Talk about a chauvinist pig.
That's me. Oink, oink.
So yeah, man, I'm already really hyped to see this show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, I already talked up the cheesiness and the jankiness factor of it with the air quotes special effects, right? But now we've got the perfect episode, the perfect introductory episode for the Baconeers, for the Bim Bams and the Flum Bums, right? Hams out. Painting and Rambling says hams out. Oink, oink. Let's go. Triple bass. All right. But hey, he's not the only one who's based, okay? He's not the only one who's based. We got to actually see Isis in action. Now, I don't want to give away too many of the special effects. We're going to save that for the actual premiere so we can all laugh our asses off together. But booga, booga, booga! He's not the only one who's based.
Was this the male equivalent of Lady J's Wrangle Award? The most based comebacks from one man in a single episode?
Yeah, it could be, Maverick Cat. It could be. We should keep track tomorrow because, see, this was just one little, like all those clips I showed you was from one scene. This was like one little segment of the show, probably about 3 minutes, even if that. It was just a small part of the show, all from the same scene. He was rapid firing, man. He was just rapid firing those comebacks. So we're going to have to keep a counter tomorrow morning, all right? Just like we did with the gasping from Voodoo, which, by the way, eight gasps in one episode. That's why Voodoo is our gasping queen. And Lady J with the disputed 4.5, maybe 5. Either way, that's the Wrangle record. So we got to keep track, okay? So you guys got to be on the counter tomorrow and keep track of how many based comebacks he has, okay? But like I said, he's not the only one who's based. Let me give you a little preview of some of the special effects here, and you can see that Isis herself is quite based, all right? This show is going to be awesome. All right, check this out.
Mighty Isis.
Hinshin. Look at that transformation sequence.
Isis.
And she's rocking up in a tiny mini skirt, okay? Orbital Station dress code approved. Rocking the tiny mini skirt. Let's go. Now let's see how she handles this situation.
Isis! Please help!
Let's go! Let's go! She's based!
Isis! Please help!
I love the look on this guy's face. He's just like, whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. The internet's not even around. Twitter doesn't even exist yet, but I'm like, whoa, buddy. He likes it though. He's like, you know what? I think I'm in love. Okay. He's like, whoa, I think I'm in love. She's super based. She's as based as I am. So yeah, I cannot wait to see this. This is going to be so much fun with the bacon ears. All right. Yeah. Ich bin Isis. Yeah. She's kind of like the proto She-Ra too. Very similar outfit to She-Ra. Now that you mention it, the white robe, mini skirt combo there. Very similar to She-Ra, proto She-Ra. Ich bin Isis. Let's go. So this is how she uses one of her superpowers, okay? This is if you notice, if you weren't too distracted there, they were playing the footage in reverse to show the fire was going out. She was actually putting out the fire. The elements, the very elements bend to her will because of how base she is, okay? Ich bin Isis. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. You see what I mean, guys? Like sometimes it's it's live action. It's not a cartoon. I know it's called Saturday morning cartoons, but sometimes the live action shows, well, they're just as damn good. All right, they're just as good. They're just as good. So yeah, we're gonna have based Isis here in the lineup tomorrow, and we got to keep a counter of how many based comebacks the guy has. The bacon. I don't even know his name. He's the baconeer. He's the baconeer of the show. Okay. So we've got to see how many based comebacks he has. We'll keep count. We'll see what's going on with Isis, her tiny mini skirt, proto She-Ra, proto Wonder Woman, all based. Okay. She's part, I would say part She-Ra, part Wonder Woman, but she predates both of those, but she's all based. Let's go. Cool spots like we'll allow it. That's right, man. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. Okay. She's too powerful. She's too powerful. I even like how the baconeer guy is like looking back and forth like, whoa, buddy. Oh man, it's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really hyped for tomorrow's lineup. If you can't tell. Okay. If you can't tell, I'm pretty hyped for tomorrow's lineup. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So that's a preview for some of the older shows, some of the new stuff that we've got coming in from these previous decades that have been largely untouched on the channel till now. But we're also going to have some classics, some oldies, but some goodies, some classic waifus, old time favorites. Who else but Princess Lana? Okay. I don't know. You might be detecting a little of a theme here. We've got like the sort of princess warrior waifus going on here. I didn't even mean to do that. We just ended up with this theme going on. Bottom frontal, what's going on, man? And J. Samuel Birmingham says you need that as a poster. Yo, me too, man. I need to get like one of those AI upscalers, make it like poster size, but in high res. I want that on like the side of a van, what I mean? Just drive down the road with that instead of the heavy metal stuff where it's like a girl riding a Pegasus horse or whatever. No, we just need Isis being based, right? Hell yeah. So yeah, we've got another princess warrior waifu, the original for this channel anyway. Because this was like right out the gate, I was playing Captain N the Game Master. It's one of my all-time favorite shows, despite how cheesy it is. But hey, we love it. We love the cheese here, right? We love it. So yeah, we've got Princess Lana. We're going back to Captain N the Game Master, and I'm talking going all the way back. We're doing episode 1, which I don't know if I've actually ever streamed. I've done most of the Captain N episodes. Not all of them. I know I haven't done them all, but I've done most of them. I don't think I've ever shown the very first one. So we're going to go back with the first episode of Captain N the Game Master because we got to go and research, there's wrangle techniques that we missed. We've missed some wrangle techniques all this time, nearly 2 years. We're like 3 weeks away from the 2-year anniversary, nearly 2 years of Captain N and the Game Master, Princess Lana being a top waifu, and we missed a wrangle technique. So yeah, we're going back to the pilot episode, the first one. Let's check it out. Let's see what happens. First up, before she gets wrangled and tangled, we see the first meeting between her and Kevin, and it goes exactly as I would expect. Kevin is indeed a baconeer. He's a bim bam. He's a flum bum, and he has the exact reaction that I think we all had. Not that we would have, that we did have. I don't know about you guys. I'll play the clip and then you can tell me, but I'm pretty sure this is the exact reaction we did have watching this show for the first time. Check it out.
I'm Princess Lana.
First, we get the pan up, Cammy style. Okay, Cammy style pan up right there. A pan up for the ages.
I'm in love.
And then he completely forgets his name. She's like, I'm Princess Lana. And then he completely forgets his name and just says, I'm in love. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, he's doing the eye emoji. You know, before emojis even existed, he's doing the eye emoji. And he just said, I'm in love. Gulp. Yeah, gulp. His brain just melted. He forgot where he is. He doesn't even know his name anymore. Okay. So yeah, this was everybody. Okay. This was everybody when we first watched it. You know, he's one of us. Okay. He's an official bacon ear, a bim bam, a flumba. Geek Goblin is chanting, one of us, one of us, one of us. That's right. That's right. So, I mean, who didn't have this reaction? Anybody? Anybody?
I'm Princess Lana.
And I'd like to think that pan up is we're seeing his point of view. You know, it's the Kevin POV, the Kev cam. All right, it's the Kev cam, the POV, the pan up.
I'm in love.
It's like he forgets how to speak English entirely. He just completely forgets how to even speak English properly. It's amazing. But we also get, so that's the introduction, but we also get a wrangle technique here that I don't think we've seen before. I'm pretty sure this is a new wrangle technique. It's a little out there, a little obscure. You kind of need like an extra prop, or it needs to already be in the room. It's not like a wrist-mounted grappling hook like we've seen from RoboCop, where you can carry it on your person, or of course the magic lasso, right? You can carry those things on your person. This one, the room already has to have one of these in it for it to work. So a little unorthodox.
Pan up past her midriff too quickly.
Oh, should I have slowed it down there, painting and rambling? Should I have slowed down the footage? I don't know. I mean, it was still a Cammy style pan up. You got to appreciate the pan up there. Pardon me, pan up. Okay, pardon me, pan up. But thank you, painting and rambling. All right, so let's check out this wrangle technique. See what you guys think. It's a little out there.
Okay, Simon, what do you want?
All right, and that's, by the way, that's not it. That's not it. That's just grab it. That's the prep. That's the setup. Okay, that's the setup for the wrangle. That's not the official wrangle.
I need to talk to you.
There it is. There it is. Rolled her up like a burrito in that rug. You know, that rug really tied the room together, but apparently it tied Lana up too.
Quick, think of something.
Me? I'm
She can't get out.
vegetable. Something funny's going on, Duke. Princess Lana! Put her down!
Whatever you say.
Whoa!
That's a combination right there. Wrangle into cake secured. All right? Kevin comes in to save the day, secure the cake. She's still wrangled and tangled up in the rug wrangle. Really tied the room together, even with her in the rug. You know what? Even with her wrangled up in the rug, I think it still ties the room together. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a little bit of a combo there. Wrangle into a cake secure. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, I don't think we've seen this one before. Not just the episode, but the wrangle technique. I don't think we've seen a rug, a throw rug used to wrangle a waifu, which you'd think you would. I mean, it's like kind of a cartoony thing to do, tangle somebody up in the rug. I don't think we've seen this one before. I think this is a new wrangle technique. So yeah, we're going back some of these old shows. Even if we've seen most of the episodes, there's a few I might have left out, and they're new again. They're the old shows, they're new once again, okay? We've got all new wrangle techniques to document here. So there you go. You got Lana wrangled and tangled in the rug there. A little Lana burrito. A little Lana burrito there. All right? Really tying the room together. And not only that, but just like we saw with Terra earlier in the Herculoids, another oldie but a goodie is we've got a visit to the wife cage. Lana finds herself wrangled and tangled in the wife cage. Jay Samuel says that's some Borat shit. Yeah, might as well just thrown a burlap sack and said, "This my wife." That's probably what Kevin was thinking, you know, when he forgot his name and he's just like, "I'm in love," gulp. He was probably picturing like burlap sack, "This my wife." And that's why when they toss it, he's not even trying to get her out of there. He's just like, "This my wife." And so he took her, he put her in the wife cage. All right, put her in the wife cage there. There you go. So yeah, we get a couple of oldies but goodies in here, a new wrangle technique and another visit to the wife cage here. There's a spider, there's a Goomba. There's a Goomba in the wife cage, okay? That's how the waifus ask you to do things. You know, they don't directly ask you, they just sort of imply things. So when the waifu says, "Oh, there's a Goomba in the wife cage," well, that means she wants you to stomp the Goomba, okay? That's how you interpret that. You got to speak waifu-ese. you got to speak waifu-nese, okay? And when they say, "Oh, it's cold in the wife cage," that means turn up the heat. "Oh, there's a Goomba in the wife cage," that means stomp the Goomba, right? What is a Goomba? Those are those little like mushroom things in Super Mario. It's like the first enemy that you face in the old Super Mario game, along with the Koopa Troopas, you know, the little turtle guys. So since it's Captain N, I figured it'd be a Goomba in the wife cage rather than a spider. Or maybe it'd be one of those spiders from Legend of Zelda. Either way, if she tells you that there's something in the wife cage or something's not quite, that's means she's asking you to fix it, okay? You gotta understand their language. You gotta speak the waifu language there, all right? So yeah, we've got, like I said, oldie but goodie, but what's old is new. So we've got new wrangle techniques. We're going back to the wife cage, all right? Captain N, the game master, and we love Princess Lana. She is a top tier waifu here on the Orbital Station. She has been since I started doing Saturday morning cartoons. One of the first pinups we ever got. Okay, she was like very early on. All right, so this one's near and dear to the Baconeers. Hopefully, you all feel the same way, right? Okay, so next up. Now here's the show. I thought Secret of Isis might be one of the shows that you hadn't heard about, but you know, it's from the 70s, so maybe some people have, and it's just me because it's before my time. And we saw, I think it was Maverick Hat who asked about it being Filmation, you know, so you're vaguely familiar with it. This next one, though, I'm going to be truly shocked if anybody's ever even heard of this next one, if they ever even knew it existed. Now, it's based on a movie that you probably have all heard of, at least you should. If you haven't seen the movie that it's based on, well, shame on you. It's like you need to see it. But I think most of you probably have. But did you know there was a cartoon for the Never-Ending Story? Okay? So the Never-Ending Story has its own Saturday morning cartoon. I never knew this existed. So this is Zaida, who was the evil villain waifu from the second movie. And so this cartoon, like I said, came out in the 90s. So both the first movie and the second movie were out by this time. Now, I know there's other sequels that I think they were like direct to video or something. I don't really care about those. It was all downhill after the second one. I actually like the second one, even though it is objectively inferior to the first one. But I still enjoy the second movie. But since this cartoon came out in between the second movie and whenever they started doing the direct-to-video sequels or made-for-TV sequels, whatever, so all of this has this has all the characters in this are featured from those first two movies. So you're going to see Rockbiter, you're going to see Falcor, you're going to see Atreyu, and then from the second movie, you've got Zaida, the evil waifu, okay? So not only do you get a brand new show that maybe some of you had no idea even existed, but we got a brand new waifu, and she's an evil waifu too, an evil magic waifu, all right? So it's kind of weird because she doesn't look anything like she did in the movie. I mean, aside from being, rather shapely there, I mean, she was a total babe in the movie. If you guys have seen the second one, if you know, you know. Zaida was a total babe. It's no wonder Bastion was just falling for all her tricks, He was just going right along with the plan, making the wishes, letting his memory get drained and everything because it was like wooga wooga, booga booga, okay? So aside from that, I don't remember having this weird face mask. I don't remember the green, bald cap. I know she's got a green hood on there, but can you see under that? It's like a like a weird bald cap or something. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's like a superhero type mask or something. But yeah, I don't remember that from the movie. I don't remember that at all. But you know, hey, not bad. Not bad for an evil waifu getup. Now, so nice, we got to wrangle her twice. So in this particular episode, we've got a duplicate. Now, normally the clones are evil, right? It's an evil clone, but she's already evil. So the clone of Zaida is actually really nice. So we get two, okay? So nice, we have to wrangle her twice. So we've got, yeah, she does look like a luchador. Holy shit, Coco Artist. Yeah, she's from Lucha Underground. That's right, she's from Lucha Underground. But yeah, so nice, we got to wrangle her twice. And since she's already evil, the clone is actually good. So we get the good clone here, okay? So Zaida 2, we get double the waifu in this episode. 2 Zaidas for the price of 1 in this episode. You can tell just by looking at the art here, it is pretty janky, right? I told you, this is the one I was telling you about at the start of the stream. That's like probably Canadian because it's so jank. It is so jank. Chester Stevens with 10 big Bison Bucks.
Sorry I'm late for the stream. Here's a little tip for the tip jar.
Thank you so much, Chester Stevens. Really appreciate that, man. Hey, better late than never. Better late than never. We're still going over all the memes and stuff, so you haven't missed the waifu roundup, okay? You haven't missed the waifu roundup, so you're good. And thank you so much. But not only do we get a new waifu here, technically 2, because we get the evil version and the good version, okay? So we get 2 for the price of 1 of a new waifu from this show, but we also get another new wrangling technique. Or do we? I don't know. Because Zaida here may be a contender for She-Ra's title. If you guys know, She-Ra is the master of unwrangling. She who cannot be wrangled, Ik bin She-Ra, okay? Every time, we've seen multiple attempts to wrangle She-Ra, and she breaks free every time. She is the master of unwrangling, and Zaida might be going for her title. Might be going for a title here. Check this out.
I have the Orin. The Empress is out of the way, and so are... Stop! Who dares?
Who dares wrap me up in a pretty bow? Look at this. Look at this wrangle job. So we get a magic gift wrap wrangle. This is another new one, okay? We have definitely not seen... We've seen magic be used in wrangling techniques, but it's usually more direct, like it's just a magic beam that wrangles them up in the laser beam, which doesn't even really make sense. Or we've seen, again, from She-Ra, ironically, from She-Ra, we've seen the magic wrangle bubble from Shadow Weaver, you know, cast some magic spell on She-Ra, put her in a bubble, but of course she broke free. Have we seen the magic gift wrap, though? We've seen a waifu gift wrapped in Botsmaster. If you guys remember ZZ's birthday, they wrangled and tangled Lady Frenzy and then gift wrapped her up for his birthday. And I'm not even making that up or exaggerating. I know I say a lot of stuff that's kind of crazy. I exaggerate some things, you know, to make it funny, but I shit you not, the actual plot of the episode of Botsmaster was them wrangling Lady Frenzy, putting her into a temporary coma. Like, I don't know if coma is the right word, but they rendered her unconscious for a brief time and then wrapped her up for his birthday. So we have technically seen a gift wrapped waifu, but that wasn't really the wrangle technique. That was just how they presented her. This is a magic gift wrap spell going into the wrangle here. And as we can see, Zaida's not having it. She says, who dare use this janky magic spell? Put me in the gift wrap here. I don't think so.
Who dares? No, it can't be.
Don't touch one hair on that boy's head.
I don't know how this happened, and I don't care. There can be only one.
There can be only one. Oh shit, she's going full Highlander. Oh no, the quickening. The quickening is about to happen. She's going full Highlander. Everybody run.
Zaida. Oh.
Oh shit, the master of unwrangling. The title has been challenged. Zaida's coming in, making her way to the squared circle. She wants the belt. She wants that championship belt from She-Ra. She's like, I'm gonna show you how it's done. Okay, there can be only one, and I don't just mean Zaida, I mean master of unwrangling. And she's gonna show how it's done here.
Here, there can be only one Zaida.
Damn. With the force too, yeah, the quickening, like it was nothing exactly, Obi-Wan Jabroni. Like it was just a mere nuisance to be magically gift wrapped and wrangled. So yeah, sort of a new wrangling technique. I mean, we'll count it, we'll add it to the list, but not very effective, at least not on Zaida. I'd like to see how She-Ra would have handled that. Maybe in the same way, I don't know. Would she have made it look as easy? Would she have made it look so easy? I don't know. I think we have a contender. Okay, I think we have a contender for the belt here. So yeah, this is the next new show that we'll be seeing. And this one, like I said, is from the 90s. So not only are we getting new shows from the 60s and 70s, I even found some new goodies from the time period that we've been covering for the past 2 years. Kind of surprised to still find new stuff, but hey, there it is. We've got the Never-Ending Story, the animated series. All right, the Never-Ending animated series here. Although it does end, it's only got like 20-something episodes, I think. But yeah, if we like this one, or should I say, if we like riffing on this one, because it's easily going to be the jankiest of tomorrow's lineup. Like out of any show that anybody's going to feel like, I don't know, I might need to tap out for this one, it's going to be Never-Ending Story. But hopefully you stick it out, okay? Hopefully you stick it out. You're able to make it through, okay? Because I think it'll be worth it. I mean, for at the very least, you get not one but two Zaidas, two for the price of one, okay? So check that one out, all right? So we've got that coming up tomorrow. Now, one more for the preview here. And most of you, this last one, most of you probably already know what's coming because you can see it in the thumbnail. Another top-tier waifu and one of the first, if not the first. Like I say, Lana was one of the first because she definitely was. But the reason I say one of is because there was another waifu that technically was the actual
only way
first.
to settle this is to send Flash Gordon after both She-Ra and Zaida.
Yeah, there you go, painting and rambling. And see, now you're thinking outside the bun. Okay, just like Taco Bell told us to do. Now you're thinking outside the bun. That sounds like a waifu mania matchup right there. Okay, a triple threat match. Zaida, She-Ra, and the Wrangle King, Flash Gordon. Let's see who actually escapes that one. I like it, man. Good thinking. Yeah, so this next one, like I said, Princess Lana may be one of the first waifus, but there is a very first. She was on the very first thumbnail of the first volume. She was the first waifu to get all of our attention. You guys know none other than Hannah Dundee. Let's go. The all-time #1 waifu of the Orbital Station. I think she still holds the title to this day. To this day, I can't think of a more beloved waifu than Hannah Dundee. Even though it's such a short-lived series, only 13 episodes of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, and I have certainly played them all. This is the one rerun. Like I said, you might get 1 or 2 reruns here and there. We are going into the summer, and there's a finite number of shows and episodes out there. So I'm going to keep it fresh for you with new shows from the 70s and the 60s and 2000s. And I'm going to keep it fresh with even a few new shows from the 80s and 90s, like Never-Ending Story. But every now and then, especially going into summer, we're going to have to replay a few of the golden oldies here. And what better place to start than Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, where it all began 100 volumes ago. Volume 1 with the first episode of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And what a screenshot there, right? What a screenshot. That's a pan up, by the way. That's a Cammy style pan up, right? But because it's so old, Volume 1, there were really no memes, okay? There were no memes back then. We were just getting started, okay? We were just getting started. No JLAW, no Frostiflakes, no wrangling, none of that. So now we got to go back and apply these memes to some of these episodes that were so early on, they just didn't exist. And as I was skimming through this one, well, JLAW has struck again, okay? Just like the title implies, before time began, there was the JLAW. That's right. And in this instance, she doesn't even have to be driving the car to wreck it, okay? I think somebody asked at the start of the stream, they were like, it was about terror or something, like, oh, is she going to crash that vehicle, or is there a vehicle for her to crash? Well, guess what? Sometimes the waifu doesn't even have to be driving to crash it.
Might as well take the title. Come on, Baconeers. Let's up our game for the perpetual waifu machine.
Let's go. Taverns Pole with a massive super kick to Vince right there. And he also super kicks Bloodwork right out of the chair, taking over the title of Stream Boss. All hail Taverns Pole. Let's get those pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swanging for you, good sir. Thank you so much. Fueling up that perpetual waifu machine. Yeah, because pretty soon we're going to go into the news and updates. That's usually a pretty brief segment compared to the whole Saturday morning preview. And then we go to the waifu roundup. So you know you got to unlock those pinups. So thank you so much. All right, so let me show you this clip here because as I was skimming through this episode, I was thinking there's got to be a JLAW moment, all right? Because that was sort of the theme a little bit. You know, we had the girl driver episode of Secret of Isis. So I thought, maybe we can do that with Cadillacs and dinosaurs. But usually it's Jack who drives the Cadillac. Like there have been episodes where Hannah drives briefly. And there was even one where she takes a Jeep, she storms off in a hissy fit. She was, just like a woman. She was being hysterical. She was being a hysterical woman and she drove off in a Jeep and I think she ends up like flipping it over or something. But that's a later episode. I wanted to go back to the first episode, sort of like we did with Captain N, because this is volume 101. So just like volume 1, we're going back to that first episode where it all began with Cadillacs and dinosaurs. But I found, skimming through this, that she does indeed wreck a car and she didn't even have to be driving it. All right, check this out.
Shivered. Didn't even see me.
That's okay, Hannah. We see you. We see you nice and clear there, Hannah. Oh, and a gasp. And she's taking Voodoo's line. That's Voodoo's line. That's like some other wrestler doing the Ric Flair. Woo! She's doing the Voodoo gasp. And a little jiggle physics there too. Hold on, let me back that up so the bar at the bottom goes away.
Shivered. Didn't even see me.
I like how she just detected the presence of a car. Didn't hear it coming. Like, because we see her, gasp and turn around. There's no sign of a car yet.
PSSSHHHH.
HHHHH. Thank you, Bloodwork. Taking back. Now, Bloodwork, the reason why it's not adding to your total is you got to spell your name the exact same way you did. So you use like those weird characters. I don't even know how to do that. It's that weird like internet font. So you got to make sure you spell it the same. So technically, Bloodwork, I'm going to count it. Like, I know that you've now surpassed 42. So you definitely have Stream Boss back. But the reason why it's not showing up on the screen is because it only recognizes the exact same spelling. Tavern's Full is like, I am invincible. You're like that guy from GoldenEye. I am invincible. But you know what? We'll go ahead and recognize Bloodwork. All hail. Bloodwork is taking it back. What is that? 47, 48? I think you're at like 47 or 48 now. Oh, he's gonna do it again. He's like, fuck it. We'll do it live.
I'll effing do it again.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Let's go. There it is. See, there you go. There you go. See, that added to it. That's all you got to do. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Okay, let me hit that again. Let me hit that again. All right. All hail Bloodwork. Get those pizza rolls raining. Get the waifu swinging. Oh, Kitty's on there too. Get her, Kitty. Get her. Kitty's on it tonight, man. He's gonna earn that money. So thank you very much. So yeah, we've got Hannah detecting the presence of a car, and her first instinct is to pull out a giant rifle here, a giant crossbow. This is like a quad crossbow. She's like, a car driving? Not on my watch. Gotta take that thing down. Even if she's not driving, the car must be crashed. It is the JLAW of the land. It's like, Hannah, what did that car ever do to you? Damn. She has no idea who it is. Doesn't know, like, you know, if they're coming for her, if they're going after the dino, nothing like that. All she knows is car, must crash it. That is the JLAW. Okay? It's a universal law. It's part of nature. Nature has run its course. A waifu doesn't even have to be behind the wheel. If she's just in the proximity, the car shall crash. That is the JLAW.
If you're dead, I can't say I'm sorry. If you're alive, on your feet.
Whoa, buddy. And then we get a Cammy style pan up there. She doesn't even care if he's dead. That's cold. That's cold-blooded, Hannah. Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? I know it's the natural order of things. You just couldn't help yourself. My goodness. So yeah, you get that Cammy style pan up. And then once again, just like a woman, Skeletor is just losing his mind right now. You know, she's not even behind the wheel. Skeletor is just doing backflips right now. It's going crazy. So yeah, that's the red-brown scream. JLAW! I need to make that a pop-up, you know? That's become just like we have the voodoo gasp. And we often quote Skeletor. I need the red-brown scream, one of them. Maybe I'll get a couple of them. I don't know. He's got so many. It's very versatile. You know, it's a very versatile catchphrase that he has there, that scream. Maybe I can find one that sounds like he's screaming JLAW, you know, and we'll use that because that is so fitting. Yeah, so much for diplomacy. My goodness. So yeah, we've got Hannah Dundee, top waifu here, the first waifu of the station, back again, showing us the JLAW in full effect, man. Even in a post-apocalyptic world. Good times. So that's your Saturday morning preview. I didn't show every show that we've got in tomorrow's lineup. I'm going to leave one or two surprises in there. I went through most. Normally, I only try to show about half. I went through most just because we have so many new ones. You know, had to show off some of the new memes and apply some of our classic memes to them. So there's only going to be like one or two surprises, but that is your preview for what we've got tomorrow morning. I think it's going to be a good one. We start in the 60s, the late 60s. Oh, let's go to Arca 88, making them dance with the total
and
flute
here I
victory.
thought only dog goes of chasing car when they hear them.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's where it happened. I don't know. And with that, with the flute power, the unbridled power of the flute, total flute victory, Daharka 88 has taken over Stream Boss. It was a good run, Tavern's Pull. It was a really good run, Bloodwork. But now Daharka 88 has taken the title. Who will be next? We've got a battle on our hands. Now. All hail Daharka 88. Get those pizza rolls raining. Get that waifu swanging with Kitty in tow. Kitty is in tow. He's attached. He's hanging on for dear life. Don't let go, Kitty. Don't let go. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Big support tonight from the Baconeers. Really appreciate it. Hell yeah. Gonna make a good birthday for Master Godai. Again, happy birthday to Killer Tomatoes as well. Good stuff, guys. Thank you. So yeah, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're still starting at the usual time. It's still a full 3-hour block, so 9 to noon Eastern Time, starting in the late 60s and going all the way into the mid 90s. And with commercials to match, by the way. All right, so you're gonna start out seeing a lot of commercials from the 70s, really old janky stuff. Then, of course, as we get into the 80s shows, it'll be commercials from the 80s and 90s commercials to match those last couple of 90s shows in the lineup. So a full tour, okay? It's an actual tour through time, through decades worth of shows and commercials starting tomorrow morning. So hopefully I will see you guys there for that, all right? So that is your Saturday morning preview for what we got lined up tomorrow. Now, let's get into Saturday night anime, the Anime Grindhouse. Been a little shaky these last couple weeks because if you guys were here for the last Sterner stuff, then you caught the update, the news and updates from last week where I was talking about how showing Barbarian Queen on the Friday night movie night on Bacon Bits was probably not the best idea because it was a little too extreme for YouTube. They were like, whoa, buddy, okay, YAMS out, okay? Like, I think it's in the first 30 seconds of the movie. Like, I shit you not, before the movie even hits the 60-second mark, there are YAMS out. And so YouTube was like, I don't think so, buddy. This was the YouTube execs right here.
So many boobies!
They were freaking out, man. They were freaking out. They were like, whoa, buddy, got to take that one down. And they gave me a community guideline strike, which is different from a copyright strike because they actually restrict you from uploading anything. I couldn't even make a community post over there to let you guys know what was going on. They restrict you from uploading anything whatsoever for 7 days. All right. So when it came time for the Anime Grindhouse, obviously, right after it happened, couldn't do it. And then even though I thought that the strike would be cleared up because it would go by the hour, because that's what the copyright strikes do. The copyright strikes are like down to the hour, down to the minute. They, as soon as it's been that full time, penalty time, whatever, it's gone. But with the community strike, apparently it just goes by calendar days. So even though they applied it on Saturday morning, and I thought, well, hey, that's well before the Grindhouse at midnight, so we'll be good to go. No, they were telling me that it would not be lifted until Sunday, that it would apply for the full day of Saturday. So they're going by calendar days with that one. It's really weird system. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. So yeah, it kind of made the Anime Grindhouse a little shaky. We just straight up did not have one the week that it happened. And then last week, you guys probably noticed that it was here on the main channel. So we did have the Anime Grindhouse this past Saturday, but it was right here on the main channel. And it was a really good turnout. I got to say, I was a little worried. I'm like, oh man, everybody's going to be looking over at Bacon Bits. They're not going to know that it's here on the main channel. And we're going to end up with like 50 people watching. You know what I mean? Well, boy, was I wrong, and happy to be wrong, because we had like over 200 people watching, which is a little, well, not quite double, because we normally have over 100 people on Bacon Bits. Not quite double, but close to double the numbers here on the main channel. So people, whether they just were paying attention and saw, oh, hey, it's on the main channel, or maybe they were just new people that are like, oh, cool, you show anime too? Like, had no idea about the Anime Grindhouse over on Bacon Bits. However it worked out, hey, it was cool. We had a great crowd. People were enjoying it. We saw Sonic Soldier Boardman, the first 3 episodes, and then we watched Demon of Steel, which made absolutely no sense, but boy, did it look awesome. All right, who's in agreement with that one? Is that a good assessment for Demon of Steel? Made absolutely 0 sense, but looked amazing. Especially that last 30-minute fight. I swear it felt like it went on 30 minutes. I don't know how long the last fight was, but it felt like 30 minutes long. It was a long-ass fight, but it was awesome. It was beautifully animated. The music was incredible. It had that sort of synth rock soundtrack, right? No plot to be seen anywhere, and the waifus were dropping like flies. That's another meme, waifu down, right? Well, that's another one. We had multiple waifus down on Demon of Steel, unfortunately, but it looked good. Didn't know what was happening, but it looked good while it was happening, So this week, we're going to move the Grindhouse back to Bacon Bits, okay? We are in full swing. Everything's back up and running over on the second channel, and I don't want to just neglect it just because we got that one hiccup there. I don't want to just move everything back here and neglect the second channel. And plus, it's good to sort of spread the content out between the 2 channels so you're not too bunched up. If you put too much content on one channel, then you're just, law of averages. You're just asking for trouble. So I don't want to neglect that channel. So we're going to move back over there, the Anime Grindhouse, tomorrow night. It'll still be at the same time, midnight Eastern Standard Time, but it is going to be over on Bacon Bits. And I saw somebody in the chat, was it Bagface? Is that who that was? Yeah, Bagface79 says, oh, I didn't even know about Bacon Bits. Yeah, go subscribe, man. You can find it just by going to the homepage here on this channel. Like if you just go to the main page and you'll see the playlist for Saturday morning cartoons and for the Anime Grindhouse. You can either click on one of those Anime Grindhouse videos, which will automatically take you to Bacon Bits because most of them are broadcast there. Or if you scroll down just right under that playlist, you'll see the other channels I have. You'll see Bacon Bits, you'll see the Orbital Arcade, and you'll see Radio Bacon. So I have a music, just speaking of neglected channels, speaking of neglected channels, I do have a music channel where I upload a lot of songs from, some intro songs or songs that are featured in the soundtrack of a lot of these old shows and anime and stuff. But I've been neglecting that one. Like, I really need to stop. I need to, or should I say start? I need to start uploading stuff on there again, stop neglecting it. And then I also have a gaming channel, which is sort of neglected, not totally. I mean, I've done quite a few live streams over there, but it needs to be on more of a regular basis. I was going to try to do one this past Sunday to celebrate the 100th volume, but it was such a crazy weekend. I mean, we had a big show on Friday celebrating the 100th volume, and then, of course, the 100th volume itself, and the Anime Grindhouse having to pull an audible there and show it on the main channel, and we had an even bigger crowd, and I was up late all those nights. And so Sunday, I was just worn out. But I could probably try to do a gaming stream this Sunday. Yeah, Orbital Arcade. That's right, Duo Maxwell. It's a gaming. And I do like retro games, just like we have a lot of the nostalgia content here with the cartoons and over on Bacon Bits with the live action shows and the anime. Orbital Arcade is like nostalgic gaming. So I play a lot of old school stuff, whether it's through emulator or a PC adaptation like from Steam with the Castlevania collections. Or even some fan-made games. I've played some fan-made games that are really well made, like better than some of the originals in some cases, where it's like the pixel graphics, the 16-bit or 32-bit, like pixel graphics, side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Yeah, Shantae, which is a new game, but presented in a retro style. So yeah, it's got that same nostalgic feel just for video games. So if you guys like that, go check out Orbital Arcade. I'm going to start doing more gaming streams in the future going forward. And even Radio Bacon is going to get some love now. I'm going to stop neglecting that one too. But it's like a song and it's over. There's not as you can listen to the songs, but it's not like interactive like it is with the gaming streams or the watch parties that we have on the main channel and the second channel. But yeah, I mean, feel free to check all those out. So anyway, with the Anime Grindhouse tomorrow night, it's going to be moving back over to Bacon Bits, same time, midnight Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to continue Sonic Soldier Borgman. All right. We had a lot of fun with that one. We could actually tell what was going on. This one actually had a plot. Okay. A little bit of a flimsy plot. It's like Power Rangers. It's just bad guy comes down, they morph, they defeat bad guy, and then next bad guy shows up and he's supposed to be even stronger. Right. So kind of surface level plot, but at least it had a plot. But it was so much fun. You guys were loving it. We were riffing on it. The Mick Police, the Mick Chief of the Mick Police, if you guys notice his name tag, a lot of you did, that he had MC Police with no spaces, so it just looked like Mick Police. He was the Mick Chief, right? He's probably eating a lot of McChicken nuggets too, because he's fat. So yeah, we're gonna have more episodes of Sonic Soldier Borgman. We're actually gonna try to go through the entire series. And it's got about 30 or 35 episodes, so I'm going to try to cram as much as I can into each volume, at least 6 episodes at the least, maybe more, so that way it doesn't drag out too long. But it's a really fun show. It's like RoboCop meets Power Rangers. You can tell by the suits here. They've got if they were wearing their helmets, especially the blue guy, he's the main character there. His helmet is very evocative of RoboCop, looks so much like him. And they have the transformation sequences and everything. They've got the vehicles, a little bit like Knight Rider too, because they've got talking vehicles. The main guy has a motorcycle that talks to him, right? So a little bit of Knight Rider in there, But yeah, it's a really fun show. So we're going to continue that one. That'll be the whole volume. Not really going to split it up between another show because, like I said, we want to try to get through this one since it does have a lot of episodes. We've already got through the first 3. So we've got about 32 left to go. And so if I put about 6 or 7 episodes, then that'll give us another 5 volumes, give or take. That's going to be a while. That's like a month, a little over a month, really. 5 weeks. Yeah, it's a little over a month. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It seems to get crazier as it goes along, too. So let's do it. Let's get through it. So this will be tomorrow night on Bacon Bits at midnight Eastern Standard Time, Sonic Soldier Borgman. Let's go. All right, now for the news and updates. Just a couple of things to get to here. One of them sort of ties into what we were just talking about, but I do have something that is really a throwback, a callback. You guys have to be moldy oldie bacon ears to know about this first one here, okay? So the first bit of news that I have is, who remembers about 8 months ago, all right, in internet time, that's like, because internet is like dog years, you know what I mean? Like seven days is like a year in internet time. It's like dog years. So 8 months, that might as well have been 10 years ago, right? But if you guys were here 8 months ago, then you recall I had a featured comic book artist. We've actually had several guests on the streams before. I'm planning to get some more guests on this year, but we've had the likes of the creators of Common America, Mark and Tim. We had the creator of Earthworm Jim, Doug TeNaples, super based guy, really cool guy too. And he came on the show once. We had, oh man, I'm blanking on her name. I feel terrible now for blanking on her name, but she was in Black Scorpion and a few other things. Man, I feel bad for blanking on her name. And then we had Jason Doob, who is another indie comic book artist. And he did this book right here called Shadow Hunters. All right. So as you can see, it's kind of like a waifu monster squad, right? Waifu monster squad. Yeah. Lena Carter. Thank you. Thank you, Crossfire. I felt so bad for blanking on her name. Usually I take notes, but I've been doing so well lately ever since I got sober, ever since I got off the weed. I've had a much better memory, but it still lapses every now and then. And I should have taken notes for tonight. But thank you, Crossfire. But yeah, Jason Doob, he does indie comics as well. And this one's called Shadow Hunters. It's basically like the waifu monster squad. Yeah, like monster girls. There you go, War Wicked. And when we featured him on here, he actually gave me, although it was like ahead of time because the books weren't finished yet, but he told me that he would give me 3 copies of the book to give away to the Baconeers. All right. And so we did a raffle. We actually had a raffle party where everyone that sent in a super chat was entered into the raffle. Basically, sending in a super chat was like buying a ticket. And then we rolled a 20-sided dice, or maybe it was like 30-sided, whatever. I did one of those virtual dice things to roll them and draw the names. And I have just yesterday received the books. They're finally done. He sent them to me. I got them yesterday. I opened up the package, checked them out. Not only did he send me the books, but he sent me some art prints as well. So some bonus material, some bonus goodies. I think there's even some stickers in there too. Like, he sent me a bunch of stuff. All right. He sent me a bunch of stuff. So there were the 3 books themselves, some prints, and I think even a couple of stickers. They look like stickers. I don't know. I haven't tried like peeling off the back or anything, but I think they're stickers. And of course, all featuring his artwork, a lot of these waifus and stuff. So the 3 winners, I know at least one of them is watching right now. We had Darth Zed, Mr. Lumeth, and Ron McChaos. Okay, so those were the 3 winners drawn from the raffle. And I finally, Darth Zed, you're here too. Awesome. So Darth Zed is here. Ron McChaos is here. I don't know if Mr. Lumeth is watching, but if he catches the replay, I'll just end up messaging him on Discord though. But I need the shipping information so I can send you guys your prizes, all right? So contact me via Discord, or if you're not on, I think all 3 of you are, but just in case you're not, you can also email me at orbitalbaconofficial@gmail.com and get me the shipping information, and I'll be able to send you your copy of the book along with the other goodies. You'll get an art print, you'll get some stickers, like really cool stuff, man. And I plan to do another feature with him. He also live streams on his channel, and I was watching one and he was like talking about it. He was like, yeah, I'm finishing up this book. I'm going to send some copies out to Orbital Bacon. And he was, giving my channel a shout out. And so I let him know in the chat. I'm like, oh, hey, thanks for the shout out, man. We got to do another feature like that. And, when he gets another book on the way, then we can do another giveaway. All right. It'll be really cool. So, I just wanted to give him another shout out here, show off the art, because the book is out. So if you're interested in it and you weren't one of the raffle winners, you can just go check it out, purchase a copy for yourself, because the art's really, you can tell right here by the cover. This is the actual cover, by the way. This is the cover of the book. All right. So like really cool art, really cool character design, monster waifus, fighting other monsters. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I feel like it's right up the alley of the Baconeers too, because we like a lot of horror shows, Halloween, October, very popular month here on the Orbital Station. We love all that horror stuff, the movies, the cartoons, all that, monsters, all that good stuff. So feel like it's right up the alley of the Baconeers. So you guys should check that out if you haven't already. And then once again, contest winners, get at me, all right? Get at me and I'll send you your prizes. Now, next up, here is what we have for Bacon Bits. Like I said, Bacon Bits is back in full swing, okay? No more restrictions. We can upload freely. We've got the Saturday night anime grindhouse ready to go for tomorrow night. And then tonight, Friday night, we typically do a watch party every Friday at midnight as well with some live action jank. And of course, I wasn't able to do that for, I guess it was just the 1 week. I was about to say 2 weeks, but it was the first one got taken down, had to skip last week, and now we're back. So we missed last week, and now we're back. And as you can see on the screen here, we are starting Volume 1, the first 2 episodes of Space Precinct 2040. This is in honor of Snarbo, right? Our boy Snarbo, Prague Snarbo, may he rest in peace. He always hated seeing 2 couches together in the same room. It has nothing to do with Neural Viz. Like you guys probably get that. Well, some of you do. I don't know. Some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about with Prague Snarbo and Tiggy. But we love Tiggy here. You can't rig the Tig. Tiggy 2028. And this show feels like what Neural Viz is a spiritual successor to. You know what I mean? Yeah, justice for Snarbo. That's right, Chester Stevens. Justice for Snarbo. Man, and I'm voting Tiggy 2028, man. You can't rig the Tig. But this feels like that same thing, although it's not AI. You know, this is an old show. It's from like 94.
Still need to have Burger Boy on the show 1 week.
Yes, Alchemy. I've been talking to him. We had something scheduled out, and before I even announced it, he had to reschedule. So I've been talking to Burger Boy. We're gonna get him on the show. And he would have already been on the show, but he ended up, family was coming in town, and you know, family comes first. That's totally acceptable. You know, that I would have said, hey, don't do the show if you got family that you don't get to see very often. You know, go hang out with your family. So yeah, before I had even announced it, he had to reschedule for that. But we have been in talks, and he is going to be on the show very soon. All right, we just got to schedule it out again. But thank you, Alchemy, for the super chat there. So yeah, this is in the same vein of the Neural Viz videos, where it's like kind of a tongue-in-cheek like alien cop show or whatever. But it came out in 1994, and it's made by Jerry Anderson, who is the guy who did all of those old puppet shows like Thunderbirds. You guys remember Thunderbirds? Thunderbirds are go, right? The what did he call it? Like Super Marionette Nation or something. He had like some weird name for the animation style, even though I don't even know if it was animation technically, because it was just puppets, right? But that guy, all right, he did Space Precinct 2040. So that's the sort of level of jank that you can expect, all right? Yeah, doesn't that guy look like a Gluron there on the left? Yeah, Super Marionation. Thank you, Duo Maxwell. It's easier for me to read it than try to remember how to say it. But yeah, doesn't that guy on the left, he looks like a Gluron, right? He would fit right in talking to Tiggy or something on the street. Team America. I don't know if he did Team America, but they were certainly parodying his stuff. Yeah, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, UFO, Space 1999. Yeah, you guys know what's up. So that's the guy who made this show. Now, it's a live action show, if you can tell by the poster here, but they have really cool makeup effects for the aliens, and especially considering it was a very low budget show, the makeup effects look really cool. They have a bunch of miniature sets for the establishing shots and like when they're doing like flyovers and stuff. So it's that perfect blend of cheesy, janky goodness. All right. So we're going to start this one in about an hour. Wow. Time is flying by. We're already 2 hours into the show. My goodness, man. Time's flying by when you're having fun. So yeah, about an hour from now, over on Bacon Bits, we're going to be starting this show. The first 2 episodes, much like the other live action shows we watch, each episode is about 45 minutes. So the watch party in total is about an hour and a half. Since we start at midnight, we were getting up early for Saturday morning cartoons. I don't want to keep you up all night. So we just do 2 episodes a piece, which equals about an hour and a half for the watch party. So this will be for the next couple weeks. If you guys like it, if you guys end up hating it, I've got other stuff in the pipeline that we can switch to. But if you guys like it, then we'll keep going through this show because I've already cleared it with the copyright and everything, and it's good to go. I've got both seasons. I think it's only 2 seasons, and I've got them both. So yeah, we've got Space Precinct 2040. That's starting at midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight over on Bacon Bits. So we got about an hour to go. one last bit of news, and then we'll get into the waifu roundup, and that is channel surfing, all right? Channel surfing coming up Wednesday at 8 p.m., and this is quickly becoming a lot of people's favorite live stream of the week, and with good reason. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And we've been having a lot of really good themes lately. This past Wednesday, we revisited the wrestling theme and expanded it out to be more than just commercials, because the first time I did the wrestling theme, it was all just commercials, and there's so much other goodness. And boy, was WrestleMania running wild on Wednesday, man. We had a really good time. I almost lost my voice. I was zooking out so much over all the clips that you guys were sending in, and I was laughing my ass off. The fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken Colonel was jacked as fuck, and he was beating the shit out of another chicken. It was crazy. And I almost lost my voice. I was having so much fun on it, you know? And then we did like the action stars. We did like underwater stuff, robots, kung fu. We've had so many good themes lately, man. Channel surfing has just been an absolute blast. Yeah, Zookamania. That's right, Jason Long. It was Zookamania running wild, man. We were tearing off the rafters, okay? We were putting butts in seats, tearing off the rafters. Zookamania was running wild, brother. So yeah, it was a good time. So for this week, I'm going to do another theme that is slightly a revisit. Not really, not as much as the wrestling one was. It's more so just an expansion, something that I'm kind of surprised we haven't really done before. But again, when I started channel surfing, it was heavily focused on just commercials, and we have since expanded it to include clips and music videos and movie trailers and all sorts of stuff. So because of that, what I want to visit this time, all right, so coming up Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the theme, as you can see here, one of the all-time top waifus ever. I'm not just talking on this channel, because, you know, Hannah Dundee reigns supreme here. I'm talking all-time top waifu ever. You can see April O'Neil right there. Well, what is she from? She's from Ninja Turtles, a classic cartoon, one of the greatest classics. So that's going to be the theme, classic cartoons. We did an anime themed channel surfing where it was just, hey, what's your favorite anime? You know, send in the opening theme song, send in a clip that you like, send in whatever, right? And we did a whole, like, I think that was one of the longer ones too. That was when channel surfing started pushing 4 hours every night, or every week rather. So I want to go through classic cartoons. So no anime. Okay, I am going to make that rule. I don't want to see any anime. I want to focus on cartoons specifically, like Western animation. So the closest thing that we did to this before was just doing intro songs. It was one of the earliest channel surfings where I just played a few intro songs. And that's really all we touched on when it came to classic cartoons. Otherwise, they've only made appearances here or there that may have fit the theme otherwise. But this time, I want to go through whatever your favorite shows are. They can be shows we watched here. They can be shows that we don't get to watch here because we watch them in clips and I do commentary over them because it's a live stream format. The sky is the limit. So if you want to bring stuff from Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, Silverhawks, Bionic 6, Bionic 6, all right? You want to bring stuff from that. It can be the opening theme song. It can be a clip, a favorite scene. It can be a wrangle moment. You know, we can get new wrangling techniques that would never be seen before on this channel because they get copyright if I try to play the full episode. And there's no real limit as far as the time scale. Obviously, I don't want anything modern because we do like to focus on nostalgia. But you can bring cartoons from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. As long as it's not anime, I want to focus on cartoons because we already did an anime theme, okay? We already did an anime theme, and we covered a lot. So much, in fact, that people were asking me, hey, can you list everything out? There were so many submissions that I can't keep track of them all, and I had to make a comment. I made a pinned comment on that replay, and it's like 50, I think. I think there were like 50 different anime that we covered on that one. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go through that again. We're going to go through cartoons specifically. So Western animation, or I mean, when I say Western, it doesn't just have to be American. You know, it can be stuff from like, you know, Britain or even Australia for that matter. I don't know if Australia is considered Western, even though I think it is. But yeah, as long as it's a cartoon, a classic, something nostalgic, and it can be like a clip, a trailer, an intro, an outro, a commercial for it. If it had a toy line, you know, and you want to feature one of the toy lines, or if it's a commercial for something else, like who remembers the Cadbury Bunny? Okay, Easter was a few weeks ago. You guys remember that Cadbury Bunny that was running around that one Saturday morning lineup right before Easter? You guys, there were a bunch of animated cartoons of the Cadbury Bunny. If you know, you know. She was telling you to take it easy, if you know what I'm saying. That's what she was saying, though. She was like, that was her catchphrase, was, hey, take it easy, right? You guys remember that? The caramel bunny there? Yeah? How can you forget? Exactly. So if you want to feature something like that, you can. If there's an animated commercial, doesn't even necessarily have to be for a cartoon, but if it uses a cartoon. You guys remember those old Levi jeans commercials that looked like they belonged in the heavy metal movie, right? And it could be movies too. It doesn't just have to be shows. It could be movies as well, speaking of heavy metal. But there were those old Levi jeans commercials that were animated. You would swear it was somebody that worked on the heavy metal movie because it was like right out of it, right? So yeah. Anything like that, okay? So the sky's the limit. Yeah, no modern stuff though, Neo. No modern stuff. Because the modern stuff, for one, I'm not nostalgic for it. And two, that's what's going to get copyrighted the most. The older stuff is what you can get away with a lot easier. Obviously, there's still a lot of old stuff that still gets copyright, like Thundercats I mentioned before, Johnny Quest I mentioned before. So it's not like all old shows are just free range, but it's just about every new show is off the table, is not free range. And I'm not nostalgic for it. You know what I mean? And I would imagine most of the other Baconeers aren't either. So yeah, let's stick to classic stuff. You know, you can go into early 2000s, but I don't want to see like, I don't want to see any fucking Steven Universe or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see any Cal Arts. Okay. I don't want to see any Cal Arts on here. All right. Kyle J. Yeah, of course I remember Super Friends. That's a perfect example. You know, Super Friends. That's good stuff. So, yeah, and then like I said, it could be commercial, or if there's like an animated music video, like what was that one? Take on Me was like animated music video, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, think of stuff like that. You know, the sky's the limit. There should be no shortage of possibilities for you guys to find, and it's your favorite. You know, it's not even like it's got to be ninja stuff or it's got to be sci-fi. No, it's just whatever your favorite cartoons. The theme is cartoons. All right. Yeah, before 2010. Yeah, no Rick and Morty. I don't want Rick and Morty. I don't want Adventure Time. I don't want any of that shit. I want classic cartoons. That's the theme. Classic cartoons. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that booked for next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully I will see you guys there for that. All right. Now, time for everybody's favorite segment of the week as we wind down the show here. You got to wind up your waifu. Get your wrangling device of choice ready to go. Get those mechanical lassos. Hey, stealth check.
I'm finna run it back.
Oh, blood work. Is she gonna? Oh, okay. I mean, she still failed the stealth check. I thought she was about to pass it for a second there. Whoa, Daryl Waylick coming in hot with the big $100 dono. Let's go. Get those guitars up in the chat if you want the waifu grinding on you. Let's go. She's rocking out. She's grinding on Tavern's Pole. Grinding on Philip Fabian there. Let's go. Grinding on Ron McChaos and Michael Russum. Nindo Plays and Duo Maxwell. Zentron got a little bit there too. Jason Long and Prince of the Abyss. Let's go. Hunter Batista. Oh, she's rocking all over the stage. Can't be contained. Kakarot and Bloodwork. Alchemy and Mavericat. Let's go. Woo! Hell yeah. Let's go. Brian Knapp getting some there. Darth Zed getting grinded on. And Geek Goblin. Jimmy's getting one at the tail end.
My support for the machine tonight. Gave Lady Poison hugs for each one of you guys that commented from Wednesday night. You guys are the best. By the way, I have arrived.
Yeah, what an entrance. Making his grand entrance there. Daryl Waylick with a big $100 dono. Taking over Stream Boss with a mighty 100 hit point health bar. My goodness, he might be taking Stream Boss home tonight. Taking the title home. Let's go. All hail. All hail Daryl Waylick. Let's get the pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swanging with Kitty in tow. Man, Kitty's really struggling tonight. He's going for it, man. He's going for it. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Massive support from the Baconeers. And just in time. just in time here as we get into the waifu roundup. As I was saying, get your favorite wrangle device of choice ready to go. Those mechanical lassos, those net launching tanks, those wrist mounted grappling hooks, or if you just want to roll them up in a rug. If you got a rug that really tied the room together, well, you know what could make it better is a waifu rolled up inside like a burrito. All right, like we saw happen to Lana. You're going to see that tomorrow morning. All right, let's go. So let's check out the waifu roundup here. Let's see what we got. I got to go refresh the meter. I don't even know where the meter's at. I haven't really been looking at it. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, going to the meter. Hit the music. Where is it gonna stop? Nobody knows. Look at it go. That's one down. One down. Let's go. Holy shit, it's going fast. 2 down. It's not slowing down. 3 down. Holy shit. It's still going. It's still going. 4 down. Let's go. Oh shit, we've got 4 meters down. We are almost halfway. It looks like it's a little over a quarter of the way, I guess. A little over a quarter of the way into the next one, but that's 4 meters down, 4 pinups unlocked, stacking up that perpetual waifu machine, because you know the waifus go whack for the stack. Let's go. All right, so let's see who we got tonight, okay? First up, from the birthday boy, Master Godai, a.k.a. Mr. Two Scoops, celebrating a birthday tonight. Hopefully he's having fun. I think he's out celebrating his birthday because I haven't seen him in the chat, but we will pass along all those well wishes that you guys gave him. Of course, he's going to definitely be happy when he gets his cut of the super chats here. So, yeah, big happy birthday shout out to Master Godai, a.k.a. Mr. Two Scoops, who has provided us with the first 2 pinups of the night, okay? And I think they're both going to be pretty easy to guess. That's why I'm waiting to even show the silhouette, because you guys are going to guess these right away, all right? Now, these are both waifus that we saw this past Saturday. I always like to try to include at least a couple. Not always. Sometimes they're waifus from other Saturday mornings, from, a few weeks ago or something. Who knows? But these first 2 are from this past Saturday. I think you'll be able to guess them right away. First up, do I even need to play the music? You guys should know who this one is. Who's that waifu-mon? I'm not even going to hit the music because I know you guys are going to guess like right away.
I'll admit, I sort of want to see Yuri succeed just once. Or, I guess that would be not see.
But there she is. We saw her. Man, she's trying. Normally after it glitches out the first time, it pops up right away every other time. But she's really giving it her all tonight. Because that's like the 3rd one, I think, 3rd or 4th that we've seen. And she's almost passed. She's really giving it a shot tonight. Let's go. Thank you, man, so much. Appreciate the support tonight, guys. All right, I see you guys guessing. You already know. Yeah, you already know. We've got Zealot from Wildcats. Let's go. Courtesy of Master Godai, a.k.a. Mr. Two Scoops. Earning that nickname. If you guys don't already know, we call him Mr. Two Scoops because he takes the default recipe. That's what I call the design. Like if you look at the source material, that's the design, right? The default. That's how they look in the source material. Well, he takes that default recipe, that original design, and he throws in 2 scoops and makes them extra thick. All right. That's why we call him Mr. Two Scoops. Okay. So he's earning that name tonight. We've got our extra thick. I need that pop up too of Aku from Samurai Jack. That would make for a good pop up. So yeah, we've got that here, courtesy of Master Godai of Zealot from Wildcats. All right, let's go. So that's your first waifu of the night. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. And it looks like if I check the meter again, we are now halfway there, living on a prayer to that 5th one. Let's see if we can hit it. All right, so there's your first one, Zealot from the Wildcats. Now, like I said, you're getting 2, at least these first 2 anyway, are from Master Godai, and they are from this past week. So this next one should be even easier, okay? Because you guessed Zealot right away. I saw the chat. I know I was kind of like talking over it, but I saw the chat going by. You guessed it right away. So this next one should be even easier, or just as easy at the very least. Who's that waifu-mon? It's like you don't already know. A big gasp. Who could it be? Who could it be now? That's right. That's right. It's Voodoo. You guys already know. Once again, courtesy of Master Godai. And it looks like she was trying to wear some summer attire there. I don't know what happened. I think that the outfit did not take into account the effect of Mr. Two Scoops. Like sometimes it still works. You know, sometimes the outfits, they still fit, whatever. But, you know, when Mr. Two Scoops, it looks like he added 4 scoops. I don't know. Maybe he went quadruple scoops on this one. But the outfit did not survive, okay? It did not survive. It doesn't always get the 2 scoops treatment like the waifu does. So we've got Voodoo, our gasping queen here, courtesy of Master Krakken. And, you know, kind of channeling K. You guys saw the K post from this morning. You know, the cheers. It's Friday, bacon ears, right? You earned it. And you saw K rocking the tiny tank top. Well, Voodoo's rocking the tiny tank top, but it's barely hanging on for life. It's barely hanging on by a thread, literally, you know, hanging on for dear life there, because that is what Master Godai does, okay? That's how he got his nickname, okay? That's how he got his nickname. So we've got Voodoo here, our gasping queen from Wildcats, 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 Wildcats. That's right, man. What a fun show. I love that show. It's really janky, and of course, a lot of people dismissed it as an X-Men ripoff, which it kind of was, kind of. Not like totally, but definitely had some ripoff elements.
Wowzers. That it all? Oh yeah, one more thing. Nocturne is mine.
I don't think so, Kenzo's Creations. We're going to go, speaking of Crossfire, we're going to go into the Crossfire arena. All right, we're going to battle it out once and for all for Nocturna. You know what? I have a Nocturna pinup. I don't know if we'll get there tonight because I was saving her for last, because it's a good one. That's all I can say. It's a good one. But I might include it as a bonus. We'll see. If we can unlock one more meter, I might just post it in the Discord as a bonus. All right. So there we go. We've got Zealot and we've got Voodoo, the Wildcat waifus that we saw featured this past week, especially Voodoo.
That's more like
Holy shit, Dark 88.
So exciting.
Spicy birthday.
Extra spicy. Whoa, buddy. Let's go to Harka 88 with a spicy birthday wish to the birthday bacon ears, Master Godai and Killer Tomatoes. And with that, he actually takes over Stream Boss. Man, I thought Daryl Walick was taking the title home tonight. I thought he was continuing the Undertaker-esque streak, the WrestleMania streak. But no, the Harka 88 comes in with that spicy birthday there, and he has now claimed Stream Boss. All hail. Get those pizza rolls raining. Get that waifu swinging. Uh-oh, she shook Kitty off. Where's Kitty? Oh, Kitty's lost. He's lost now. She shook him off somewhere. He's lost in the void. Oh, no. Thank you so much, though, to Harka 88, man. Massive support tonight. Holy shit. And that just completed another meter, I think.
When I come back, this happens. Oh, great. Shaboxa, you liar.
No.
And then Daryl Walick responds with a simple, no, not on my watch. Not today. Maybe some other day, but not today. Let's go. Thank you, Daryl Walick. Reclaiming Stream Boss. Let's hail him again. More pizza rolls need to be raining. Another waifu needs to be swinging. Oh, and Kitty's back. He's back. He's not going to remain in the void for long. He's hanging on tight. Hanging on for dear life there. Let's go. And now we are about a little over a quarter of the way. Almost halfway to the next one. Halfway there, living on a prayer. Stand up, be counted. Oh, let's go. Thank you guys so much, man. Crossfire. They're doing the ISIS.
Wouldn't be a proper bacon stream without this one at least once. Heel hentai.
They're doing the ISIS. They're trying to use her powers. They're trying to use the ISIS powers. Oh, I didn't know. The Decepticons were fan of that show, you know? I mean, I guess they came around the 80s, so maybe they liked stuff from the 70s. That's what they would have been nostalgic for, you know, the stuff from previous decades. So yeah, I guess the Decepticons were watching The Secret of ISIS there. All right? Hell yeah, man. Thank you, Crossfire. Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Let's go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I really appreciate that, brother. All right, so next up, because now we got more. We got a whole nother one to unlock. Now this one, now we're going into Master Krakken, okay? So we had a couple from Master Godai there. This next one up is from Master Krakken. And just to give you a hint, you might be able to guess. I think you guys can probably guess this one because you're shockingly good. Okay, it's kind of scary how good you are at guessing these sometimes, even when the silhouette doesn't give that much away. So you can probably guess who this is regardless, but I'll just give you a hint. She's so nice, we had to wrangle her twice this week, okay? So it's like, who did we just see? Well, you know, we got to see her again because she's so nice, we got to wrangle her twice. Who's that waifu-mon? This was another one featured on this past Saturday's lineup, but it's kind of redundant to say because we just saw her, you know what I mean? We just saw her. It's another one, this time from Master Krakken. Yeah. So nice, we got a wrangler twice from 2 different artists, okay? So let's see Voodoo again, this time Master Krakken style, and this time, you know, the outfit is shredded, okay? The outfit shredded. It was all stretched out from Mr. Two Scoops, right? Doesn't fit anymore. Tried to put it through the wash. The machine ate it. It's just shredded. So she's left with just the what did Kitty say early? The linye? The linye. What was like Secret of Isis? That super chat that said Secret of Isis was like a Temu Victoria's Secret, right? With a lingerie linye. So that's what she's just left in her linye. All right. So we've got Voodoo, courtesy of Master Krakken, in her linye. I'm gonna start calling it that. Like even when I'm not on the stream, like I'm just gonna refer to it as linye. I don't know why that word is funny to me. So yeah, alternate outfit. There you go, alternate outfit. Well, if you've read the comics, this is her work outfit. If you know, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. If you've read the comics, they didn't really do a 1-to-1 adaptation of her character in the books because, or in the show rather, in the cartoon is what I meant to say, a 1-to-1 adaptation, because they couldn't. You know, it was a Saturday morning cartoon. They couldn't include what her profession was in the books, okay? So if you know, you know. And these are her working clothes, okay? This is like coveralls. You know, this is like scrubs, you know. She was, okay, so for anybody who doesn't, she was a stripper. She was a stripper in the comics, all right? So obviously they couldn't include that in the cartoon, like in any way. They couldn't even allude to it. I think she might have mentioned taking dancing lessons at one point. Like, I think she might have said that in one episode, that she like it was like a throwaway line that she used to take dancing lessons. I think that's as close as they got to it. But you know they weren't touching that one. Dark 88 making us mesmerized.
Well, here an example of her work.
Yeah, exactly.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
Wait, a stream without rogue cowed errors. Corrected.
Thank you, Daryl, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, Dark 88, that is an example of her work doing mesmerizing dances just like that, man. There you go. That's perfect. Perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself. There you go. So yeah, that's what, oh shit, Reaver 154 with the Secret of Isis.
With a work uniform like that, one must salute the professional working woman.
Yes, all hail the waifu. All hail the waifu and her work linye. This is her work linye, okay? Her linye of work. Instead of her line of work, it's her linye of work. So yeah, that was what she did in the comics, and so this is kind of a reference to that. So there you go, courtesy of Master Krakken, our gasping queen, Voodoo. You know, we love her in the cartoon, and if you've read the books, you probably love her even more. And this is her in her linye of work outfit right there. There you go. You guys are cracking me up with the donos, man. Oh, shit. I'm zooking out. I feel like I'm going to lose my voice again.
No, man. He's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
Nah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. All right, let's go. Okay, so next up. All right, that's 3. That's 3 down. Okay, so next up, we got like 2 more at least. Maybe another one. Probably got another one. Probably got a 6th one here to go. All right, so next up. Now, this one is probably going to be more difficult for you to guess. We got another one courtesy of Master Krakken, and it is a waifu that was featured in a recent Saturday morning, not this past Saturday. She wasn't in volume 100. She was in the volume before that, okay? So if you guys remember volume 99, that was the medieval theme. Okay, the swords and sorcery, because I like to carry over the channel surfing, which, by the way, since channel surfing this coming week is going to be, classic cartoons, whatever the best ones that get past copyright, that's what we're going to make some of the lineup out of, since it's kind of too vague to be an actual theme like the swords and sorcery or like the robots like we did in the previous lineups. The classic cartoon clips that you guys send in on Wednesday will be the ones that get past copyright anyway, will be featured in the lineup for next Saturday. But so this was a waifu that we saw in the Swords and Sorcery lineup. So not this past Saturday, but the one before that. And it looks like, whoa, I'm actually, you know what? I'm impressed. I should have known because you guys are always pretty good. Even if you don't remember her name, I think Tavern's Pool got her right there. The Ice Princess, that's right. The Frost Giant's daughter, Attila, or is it Attila or Attila? I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's spelled like Attila or Attila, but yeah, or Attila. Maybe it's Attila. This is the name I'm going to mispronounce now. I told you guys. I told you every stream I have to mispronounce somebody's name, even if they're not in chat. I'm going to mispronounce a waifu's name. So we have the Frost Giant's daughter, who was featured in that episode of Conan. Daryl Whalek is hailing the Baconeers. All hail the Baconeers.
All hail the bacon.
Thank you so much, man. Wow, what a battle for Stream Boss. Going back and forth between Daharka and Daryl. Who's going to win this one, man? This is crazy. Neck and neck right here. What a battle. The battle rages on. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, the one-off princess, exactly. The one-off ice princess, never to be seen in any other episodes, unfortunately. I mean, they were kind of pushing the limits there in that episode she did appear in, because this dress has only been slightly altered, really. I know Master Krakken likes to, because he's good at it. He's actually really good at doing like the fashion stuff. He's come up with a lot of the fashion trends that we have here on the Orbital Station. But this is pretty close to what she was wearing, slightly skimpified, slightly, but only slightly. I mean, they were pushing the boundaries on that episode. I mean, this isn't too far off from what she was wearing in the episode there, or not wearing, I guess you could look at it that way. So yeah, we have the Frost Giant's daughter here in all her glory there. You can't see it. It's kind of cropped from the bottom of the screen, but Kitty is down there taking a photograph. I should upload like the full version so you guys can see Kitty, because that's always like, remember Charlie Girl last week? She had the Everlast chastity belt, and down at the bottom you can see Kitty, and he had the key in his mouth, right? So it's kind of like that. Down at the bottom you can see Kitty. He's taking a photograph. I don't know. I guess he's like paparazzi now, because it's the ice princess. It's the Frost Giant's daughter. She's famous, so Kitty's the paparazzi now. But I'll post the full one in the Discord in the waifu roundup there. All right, so that is, what is that, 4? I'm losing count here. What are we up to? Yep, 4. Okay, so we've got, I think, 2 more to go. Let me refresh the meter here and see where we're at. I don't even know where we're at. I'm losing track. This boss battle that we've got going on, the stream boss battle. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, that's 6, and we're halfway. Holy shit. Okay, so 6 down, halfway there, living on a prayer to the next one. This was number 4 right here, so we got 2 more to go. All right, now we're going to go into the Oda Cat. Okay, we're going to go into the Oda Cat selection. We've got a couple from her, and this is another one from a previous Saturday morning, not this past Saturday. I think this was actually volume 98, where it was the robot-themed Saturday morning lineup, and this is another favorite waifu, but still sort of underrated. I feel like maybe I need to play more episodes of this show and get more people familiar with it. The full series is up on Bacon Bits. Like, I have the entire series across 3 volumes over on Bacon Bits. So, I mean, you can go watch the whole thing. And I have put, a few, not a lot, but I have put a few episodes. But just in those short appearances, those brief appearances, we have gotten quite a few memes out of this particular waifu. Some of them are other memes that apply because she loves to eat the Frosted Flakes, okay? She has a big bowl of Frosted Flakes, one of those salad bowl, those mixing bowl size Frosted Flakes, just about every episode, but she also is the purveyor of her own meme, which is the stinky water. And you guys already know. See, you can tell. See, that's what I'm saying. Even without the little horns in the silhouette, you already know that's right. It's Anaconda, the original jungle waifu of the Orbital Station here. And to carry on that fashion trend, speaking of fashion trends that we have here, to carry this one on, we like the Savage Land jungle bikini. So we got to have Anaconda, who is almost, I mean, she's kind of close, right? Kind of close. Her outfit isn't quite a bikini, but it is looking like a Savage Land style outfit. So with a few alterations, a few modifications, she's now rocking that Savage Land look that we've seen originated from Rogue in the comics and then carried on here in the Orbital Station with the likes of Princess Lana, Hannah Dundee, Jubilee of the Jungle, right? So now we've got Anaconda rocking the Savage Land bikini look right here, courtesy of OdaCat, always knocking it out of the park, just like all of our artists do, man. I love our artists so much. I really do. Like, we have the best artists here on the station. So we've got Anaconda pan. I can't pan down. There's no panning. I don't have the option. There's no option for panning, okay? The slides are locked in. Dark 88.
Halfway there. Let kept the babe going.
Oh, he's trying to keep the waifu train going, or is he trying to keep the battle going? He's trying to keep that boss battle, that stream boss battle going right there. Thank you, Dark 88. Take it over, stream boss again. Man, this is crazy. This is gladiatorial combat. An epic battle, shaking the grounds, rocking the yacht there. Oh, buddy, let's go. Oh no, it's a full body thing, but you know, it's a strategic crop, okay? It's a strategic crop, all right? So I can't pan down. It's locked in, but the full art is full body, head to toe, okay? That's what I mean by full body. Sorry, did I say full booty? I full body, head to toe, okay? A little bit of a slip there. So yeah, this one I'll post it in the waifu roundup after the show. But there you go. So you got Anaconda rocking the Savage Land style jungle bikini there, courtesy of OdaCat. We got one more from OdaCat. We got another one. Now this one isn't really ever featured in Saturday morning lineups, but it is a movie that we watched here on the station, and you guys already know who it is. You can tell by the silhouette there. This was the birth of the Gyat Fairy. Why am I saying yacht? The Gyat Fairy, okay? The original Gyat Fairy. We see her pop-ups all the time. It is one of the longest running memes. That's right. Na 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 na. Gyat Fairy. And you know, because she's tiny, right? She's small size, right? Like microscopic.
I finally get a few days off, but when I come back, this happens. Oh, great. Shaboxa, you liar.
All hail the bacon.
Thank you, Daryl Walick. Holy shit, with all that cake there. Finally get a few days off. You come back, and then look, you got a battle for Stream Boss. You gotta battle it out. Can't believe it happens. Thank you so much. And yeah, you guys already know who it is. Krista from Fern Gully. And she got into the ale, okay? I don't know who, this is like a medieval times, you know? You go to medieval times, you get the big pewter cup full of the ale, ye old ale, right? And there's a fairy in mine, though. It's like bartender, there's something in my drink. I'm gonna need another one, or then again, maybe not. I don't know, but there's something in my drink. What is going on here? Am I really zooking out?
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
There's a Gyat Fairy in my drink, in my beer, my pewter mug. The gauntlet here, the Holy Grail. It's the Holy Grail. The bartender, Maverick Cat says the bartender says that will cost extra. Like, no, you're not getting a replacement drink. In fact, you owe me a little bit more. Another gold coin, if you will. Okay? Yeah, Chester Stevens, bartender, there's a waifu in my beer. This is what normally you have to pay extra for that. All right. So this one's on the house. Let's go. So yeah, this one, of course, courtesy of OdaCat and the Gyat Fairy, the originator of that meme, running strong. One of our favorites here. We've got a super chat pop up for it. We say it quite a lot. one of our favorite, longest running memes here. So of course we had, it's been a while. It's been a while. Oh, look at that.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
Cheer, gloop.
Oh no, he's just toasting you. He's just toasting you. Dark 88's like, well, don't mind if I do. Yeah, he's not complaining about, hey, bartender, there's a waifu on my beer. He's actually saying, well, hey, normally you got to pay extra. Cheers. Bottoms up. All right, bottoms up. Let's go. So yeah, we haven't seen Krista in quite a while, so we had to get her on here again. So there you go. There you go. Thank you so much, man. Massive support from everybody. Look at Daharka 88. I don't know. You probably were already in the 200 club because I know you're one of the top supporters on there. Hopefully, I don't know if you were here at the start of the stream, but hopefully you noticed that your name has been added to the lineup. You know, I updated the intro, you know, the Sterner Stuff intro. It's got that GTV theme going, right? Well, I added to it. Or updated it rather, you know, because some names had fallen off. I had to replace them. And you're now on that plaque. Okay, you're now on that plaque along with Daryl. Actually, both of you that have been battling it out for Stream Boss tonight are on that plaque at the intro every time, every week when the intro plays and recognizes the top stream bosses of the channel. You guys are up there. Painting and Rambling is up there. Yeah, there quite a few names got changed out because, you know, we've been doing this for over a year, almost 2 years. So people come and go, right?
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, man. What a battle. Holy shit. Daryl Waylick going over the 200 mark as well. My goodness. All right, I'm going to have to start getting the bonus waifus here, okay? We got to get bonus waifus, all right? Let's see who we got because I honestly didn't expect that many meters to get filled tonight. So, I mean, hey, don't worry. I've got waifus in tow. We've got waifus to spare. All right, because like I said, I take the super chat money and give it right back to the artist. That's why I call it the perpetual waifu machine, because that's what keeps the pinups going. All right, keeps them going. So I've got waifus to spare. Let's see a good one. I got a couple of good ones here. I think you guys will like this one, and I'll get another one ready just in case, since you guys are having a battle. My goodness. In fact, let me refresh because we've got a 7th one. I know we've got a 7th one. Let me make sure I might need. Okay, so we're about a quarter of the way. Here, I'll show you the meter. This is what's happened. This is what's happened is we went over the 7th meter a quarter of the way up towards the 8th one. So I got a couple of bonus waifus right here ready to go. All right, so here's the next one. The only thing is I don't have a way to do the silhouette for you guys to guess it because these are like bonus ones, right? Yeah, break out the emergency waifus in case of emergency, break glass. I'm breaking the glass. We're getting the emergency waifus out here. All right, so this is one that is sort of from the Swords and Sorcery when we did the theme on Channel Surfing, and of course the following Saturday morning had that same theme. Now, she's not in any of the cartoons, but we did see the Temu version. We call her Orange Brenda. And if you guys know, it was a very obvious reference who Orange Brenda was based on. She's based on Red Sonja. So, since Red Sonja is the real deal and Orange Brenda is Red Sonja at home, well, let's just get Red Sonja then. So courtesy of Master Krakken, you can see Kitty right there. He's got the best seat in the house. All right, Kitty pulled up he's just like parking it. Kitty's just parking it right there in the front row. All right, so we've got Red Sonja here. And this is going back to an old meme. I don't know if you guys can see. I might have to zoom in here. Let's zoom in a little bit. And if you guys can see on the chair, that chair is alive. All right, you guys remember that? That's an old meme. Like it hadn't been around in a while. We had like a really old meme that Master Krakken used to do where he would have the chairs be either some sort of like monster type creature or Link, you know, Link from Legend of Zelda. Zelda would just use him as the chair, right? So it's kind of like an oldie but a goodie meme, a classic meme. We're bringing it back there. We've got another one of these weird like ghost chairs, like possessed. It's come alive. And then, yeah, Kitty he has got no chill. He's got no chill, no shame. He's just pulling up the front row right there. Holy shit, Dark 88! Whoa, buddy! Whoa, buddy!
You sure you have enough pin-up?
I do. I've got plenty, man. Because like I said, I always like give it back to the artist, and I end up with more than we are even. I shouldn't say able to unlock, because obviously you're proving me right now tonight that we're able to unlock plenty, but like more than enough. I always get more than enough. It's good to be prepared, right? Never want to need it and not have it. I'd rather have it and not need it. You guys know that expression? I'd rather have the pinups and not need them than need them and not have them. So yeah, I got plenty. And now we are almost in sliver country of this next one, thanks to that. Whoa, holy shit, massive support tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Whoa, buddy, you guys are awesome. All right, so let's read the captions here, because we do have a little bit of, whoops, get that out of the way. We do have a little bit of comic book style captions here. She says, insolent rascal. I guess she's talking to Kitty right there. Normally just suggesting something like that would be enough for me to slash you right there and then. Damn, Kitty, what did you say? Damn, Kitty's got no chill, man. Whatever he said to her, man, she's ready to slash, hack and slash. No one gets his hands on Red Sonja's armor, not even Eldritch Horrors. But your master is making great efforts to keep Frank's true legacy alive. Probably talking about Frank Frazetta. So this time I will oblige on your second request. Sorry, but I can't help your master. As much as I wish I could, as much as I wish I could help, this chair is not real. I don't know, and that's a cryptic message. I don't even know what that means. We don't know what Kitty said to her. We don't know what the master's requests were. Who knows, man? Who knows? Only Kitty and Red Sonja know the answer to that. That's a cryptic message right there. Let's go.
That's more like it.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
So exciting.
By your finisher.
Whoa, buddy! Daryl Whaley coming in with the Bayonetta finisher right there. She's using her hair to get you wrangled and tangled, wrangled and strangled with that hair there, man. Bayonetta, if you've seen like the way she uses her hair for the superpowers, yeah, it's wrangled, tangled, and strangled. My goodness. Daryl Whaley taking back the stream boss. This is such a crazy battle, man. I've never seen a boss battle like this. Like, we've seen boss battles before, but I don't know if we've seen them on such a scale. This is insane, man. Holy shit. Whoa, buddy. There's the Gyat Fairy. There we go. A visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go.
Frank Thorne, old-time Red Sonja artist.
Oh, Frank Thorne. Okay, see, I think Frank Rosetta, because, the paintings, the old, like, barbarian paintings. But thank you very much. Okay, so that polishes off another meter right there, and we are halfway up to the next one. Holy shit. All right, so good thing I have some more bonuses here for you. Okay, so we got another one. We got another one to unlock. I'm glad I got this one prepared. I might have to prepare another one. Holy shit, hold on. Before I show this one, let me prepare another one just in case, because it seems like we're gonna need, seems like we might need it, my goodness. Let's see. I just gotta choose. There's plenty to choose from. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Did we do this one? I don't think we did. I don't think we did this one before. Yeah, I don't think that one's been unveiled before. All right, so we'll save that one. All right. That one's queued up. But for the next one, all right, here we go. This one's a little bit of a throwback, a callback, I guess I should say. It's more of a callback here. If you guys remember the Friday Sterner stuff, that was the Friday before Easter. We had some bunnies, right? Some bunny waifus. We had Lola Bunny, we had Jessica Rabbit, right? The Cadbury Bunny waifu, right? For doing the whole Easter Bunny theme, right? And Lola Bunny in particular, the one by Master Krakken, she was dressed up as Kay from Dirty Pair Flash. In fact, let's since I'm just pulling these up on screen, I can refresh your memory. Give me just a second and I'll get that one up on screen for you. Okay, here you go. Here, as a memory refresher, there's Lola dressed as Kay from Dirty Pair Flash, all right? So that was like the callback, from a few streams ago. Now, the one that you just unlocked, because, if you got Kay, we got to have Yuri, right? We got to have someone dressed as Yuri from Dirty Pair. And this is another waifu in the same vein as Lola, because she was the beginning, but she was not the source, right? So how about Cleo from the Cadillac Cats? All right, Heathcliff, or was it Heathcliff, or was it just called Cadillac Cats? I don't know. I feel like the show had two different names. But we've got Cleo dressed as Yuri from Dirty Pair Flash, complete with the leg warmers there. So there you go. There you go. Is it going to be Babs? Oh, not a bad guess. Babs isn't a bad guess. Maybe another anime character. We can do like more crossovers where the waifus are dressed as well-known anime characters. Yeah, Heathcliff. So it was Heathcliff. All right, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. Okay, so I was technically right both times. All right, let's go. So yeah, we got Cleo dressed as Yuri from Dirty Pair there as another bonus waifu. Let's go. Let's go. Courtesy of Master Krakken. You guys can probably tell. I think you can recognize his art style. But yeah, both of these, the Red Sonya and the Cleo here, were both done by Master Krakken. So thank you guys. Holy shit, massive support tonight. Insane amounts of support. And not even over. Whoa, buddy. Holy shit.
One more for the 300.
Holy shit, Daharka88 joining the 300 club. Oh, buddy, wow, that's insane. That is crazy, man. Thank you so much for the support. Oh, wow. Okay, so what does that put us? You know what? It was going to say Sliver Country. I'm hitting the button. I'm going to force it. Bam. Let's force it. We're going to force that meter over. Okay, we're going to force that meter over so that you get the one more bonus waifu. And once again, glad that I set this one up so we don't have to wait for it. Okay, so this one is another one sort of left over. Hold on. Let me just check real quick and make sure. I'm pretty sure that we did not show this one already, but I got to scroll up and just check because we did so many for the Swords and Sorcery. Okay, no, she was not featured in the Swords and Sorcery live stream. She was commissioned for Swords and Sorcery, but she was not featured there for whatever reason. I don't know. We unlocked plenty of them. I guess we just, like I said, always get extra. So another Sword and Sorcery waifu. And to give you a hint, since there's no silhouette, we saw Sheila, right? We got Sheila from Dungeons and Dragons. Well, who is the other waifu? Who was missing? We had Sheila, but we didn't have another one. And it was Golden Bikini Week and everything. So where's the waifu that her default costume is a bikini? Yeah, booga, booga, booga. That's right. Diana, there you go. I might have to zoom in and scroll down or up or whatever so you can see she's got like cat ears on. But we got Diana in the golden bikini there and waist, what do they call that? The belly chain, like the waist chain or whatever. But yeah, so this is a leopard skin, which I guess counts. You know, we'll let the leopard skin count as the golden bikini. Why not? Right? So we've got Diana from Dungeons and Dragons rocking the leopard or cheetah. Maybe it's cheetah. Oh no, did she kill Cheetos? Did she kill Cheetos? Oh no. I don't know if that's leopard. That might be cheetah. She might have killed Cheetos and turned him into a bikini. I mean, that's probably what he wished for, you know? Like, wasn't it like Wayne's World or something where they were like, I want to die and come back as a bikini? So was it like Airheads, Wayne's World? One of those old 90s movies with like the surfer dude, rocker type character. And they were like, what is your one wish? And he's like, I want to die and come back as a bikini.
Swing, swing.
Yeah. Cheetos, no. But Cheetos is like, yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. We'll allow it. So yeah, we've got Diana here from Dungeons and Dragons, getting in late, a little bit late, but that's all right. I mean, she was ready on time. She's just debuting late. Okay. For the Golden Bikini Week, maybe cheating a little bit using the corpse of Cheetos to make her bikini, but it's still gold. It's still gold. The belly chain is gold. The whatever that jewelry around her neck, that's gold. So we'll allow it. We'll allow it. So there you go. Once again, courtesy of Master Krakken. Shinron says your wish has been granted.
Swing, swing.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So I think that's it. We have rounded off the bar or the meter, whatever you want to call it. It's level. It's leveled out. It's at 0. I mean, I've got more, but I think that'll do it tonight. No, oh, buddy. Daryl Halick, it's keeping it going.
Here we go. I have doomed the other show's start time. Sorry.
No, you're good, buddy. You're good. We still got like 5 minutes. We've got 5 more minutes. Holy shit. Thank you, Daryl Waylick. Did you just pass 300? Oh, buddy. So is that the first time that you passed 300 in a single stream? My goodness. Well, see, there's a reason why you're on the plaque now at the intro. Okay? There's good reason. There's good reason that you're on the plaque at the start of every stream now, along with Daharka88, along with Painting and Rambling. I think Mr. Lou Meth is on there. Man, I can't even remember all the names on there. I think Ron McChaos is on there. Space Cyborg. I don't know. There's a lot of classic Baconeers. Where's Nocturna? Oh, buddy. Okay, hold on. Let me see. All right, let me find Nocturna. We didn't quite unlock her, but I'll tell you what. Don't worry about filling up the rest of the meter. I will post the Nocturna in the Discord waifu roundup. We won't show her on the stream because it probably needs to be cropped out or something, you know what I mean? But we will we'll post it as a bonus in the Discord. How about that? Because I know it's getting late. We are running up against the clock for the start of Space Precinct 2040. And
I finally get a few days off.
Shit.
When I come back, this happens.
You guys are so generous. It's insane.
Woo 300.
Woo! Let's go. Daharka88 and Daryl Waylick both joining the 300 club tonight. My goodness. I'm insanely I'm floored. I am floored by this generosity, guys. Like, this is crazy. Thank you so much. You guys, like, whoa. Wow. Thank you. I'm floored. I don't know what else is. I'm like speechless right now. This is insane. The amount of generosity tonight. Like, this is crazy. Thank you guys so much. Wow. Coco Artist says, show my Nocturna. Well, yeah, Coco Artist did send in a Nocturna. It's already been posted in the Discord, but we'll show it. We'll show it just for fun. This one is courtesy of Coco Artist in the chat there. He did Nocturna just for fun. He was like, hey, we were enjoying her appearance on the last stream, volume 100. She's a featured waifu. She's like, we have Demona at home, Timu Demona. And so this is his own style right there. Daryl Waylick's still going. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy, no message. He just wanted to have Jubilee zap Daharka88 right out of the stream boss chair. Dude, you guys both get it. You guys both get the prize, okay? You both are stream boss tonight. You can both choose a waifu to get the pinup treatment. You can choose like multiple. You can choose 3 waifus. Get your whole freaking stable, okay? Get your whole freaking stable done as a pinup, okay? That's what for both of you. And I'm not even joking. Like, you guys have been so insanely generous tonight. I'm like speechless. I don't know how to thank you. I wish I had a bigger vocabulary so that I could thank you properly. But listen, you both get your entire stable of your choice. Waifu stable is 5 waifus, by the way. So give me your stable, and we're going to have a pinup of your whole stable done. How about that? All right? Because like this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chester Stevens says, I'm going to have to save my pennies. Yeah, to compete with Daryl and Daharka, yeah, you're going to have to scrounge through the couch, look under every cushion, turn over every chair. Wolvie, what's going on, Wolverine? Visit from the Gyat Fairy there.
Booga booba booga.
Yeah, look. Oh, wait, wrong button. Look, we got the Gyat Fairy right here. Somebody, hey, bartender, there's a waifu in my beer. We got the Gyat Fairy right here. Let's go. Let's go. Man, thank you guys so much. Holy shit. All right, so we're going to have an insane waifu roundup to post in the Discord, so you guys keep your eye on that. There will even be a bonus Nocturna in there.
Okay, fine. I stop, but I did reach 500 once.
You're in the 500 club? I knew there were a couple people, and like it doesn't surprise me because like I said, I updated. If you saw the start of the show, your name is already on the updated plaque because I was looking at like the leaderboard and you're up there, man. So that doesn't surprise me. So you know what? You are 500 club, top tier. Daryl, 300 club, top tier. You both are high ranking supporters for all time, not just tonight, but for all time. And like I said, I will get your entire stable done as pinups. Okay. I think that both of you have sent in a stable before, but because we've been doing the waifu stable review so long that people have like sub stables, you know, like factions. We've got factions in front, right? So tell me the stable that you would like, or you can send a new one, whatever you like. And I'm going to get your entire stable done as pinups, okay? Because you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so freaking much. Holy shit. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show here. I know we're going into Space Precinct. It's starting. I know, guys. Go ahead and head over to Bacon Bits if you want to watch some live action sci-fi jank. Justice for Snarbo. You can't rig the TIG. Daryl's K's out. Holy shit. It's still going. I'm like, should I end the stream or are we just going to keep going? Holy shit, man. Oh, this is crazy. Too much action. It's too much action. It's already dead. Holy shit. You guys are so amazing. You're cracking me up, man. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed the madness tonight. I know it's been a long show. We definitely went a little overtime, but you know what? That just means we're having fun. Okay. That just means we're having fun. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Be sure to like up the stream if you enjoyed this madness tonight. Shout out to both Daryl and Daharka88, massive all-time supporters and massive stream boss battlers tonight, okay? You're both stream bosses in my eyes, and you're both getting a waifu stable done pinup treatment edition, okay? So thank you guys so much. Thank you to everybody who donated. Let me run down the list just real quick here. We had Wolvie, of course, Daharka and Daryl. We had Wolvie. We had the Nomadic Cat. We had, oh man, all these are Daryl and Daharka. We had Reverb 154. We had Crossfire, Kenzo's Creations, Painting and Rambling, Bloodwork, Alchemy, Taverns Pull. They were having their own battle at the beginning. Chester Stevens, Maverick Cat, Kakarot, Michael Russum, and anybody else I may have missed. The list is like, it's crazy because it's like a lot of back and forth with Daryl and Daharka. Like if you saw the list, it looks really funny, like it's glitching out. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. You keep the station in orbit. You keep the waifus coming. That perpetual waifu machine is fueled up to the gills, okay? Thank you so much. We're going to do the Space Precinct watch party. It's already started. So get over there. Check that out. Otherwise, I hope to see you tomorrow morning for Saturday Morning Cartoons, Volume 101. We're going back to the 60s, the 70s. We've got a live action. We have Wonder Woman at Home show. It's crazy. Based ISIS. We're going to be keeping track of all the based comebacks from the Baconeer in there. It's going to be awesome. We got Saturday Night Anime, the Anime Grindhouse tomorrow night at midnight. And then I'm going to do a gaming stream on Sunday. It's going to be a crazy weekend. Okay. If this stream is any indication of how crazy this weekend is going to be, it's going to be a wild one. All right. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. If I don't see you, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Stay awesome. Stay based. God bless you all. Let me leave you now with a very brief moment of Zook. I'm glad I chose a brief one this time. Here is your moment of Zook to end the show.
Amy Wong!
Ooh, baby soft.
Indeed.
All right, that's the show, guys. Until next time, remember.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, ninjas.
yeah. She said I was the tiger she wanted to tame. Caribbean queen, now we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts they're beating one. No more love on the run. I lose my cool when she steps in the room. And I get so excited just from her perfume. Electric eyes that you can't ignore. And passion